We got a strong signal. Yeah. 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 We got a good signal, so it's pretty good. It's a signal, and it's good. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, hit the like button. We got a lot of show. We got a lot of show tonight. Sorry for the delay on today. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I wish I could tell you, but I can't. Heckamania. Anyway, and then Moody and I both collabed today on a theme song and an intro for our show tomorrow. This Little Piggy. It's our new Friday roundtable show. It'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, right here on this channel. Think of it as the point dabble point of Steel Show. Carl will be here. The puppet, whatever his name, what's his name? The puppet thing. And Moody is gonna come for an hour. And oh my God, we've got a great theme song. We've got a great intro. You're gonna love it. You're not gonna miss that tomorrow. I don't know what this means from FKA, the Ghetto Basement. 24/7 for life done. And GNA, whenever Farley says, sorry to be off topic, but do you ever assist comedians in writing their jokes? No. I mean, I have, but no. I wrote half of Jamie Kennedy's fucking special. I liked it when you reviewed that woman's comedian jokes. Which ones? I don't know any women comedians. You heard what I said? Got 'em. Confirmed. That's a confirmed kill on women comics. Hey, we got members only chat today. It's $1.99 for you to jump in and participate. We got a lot of nuggets. Going on. Anyway, join us, chat. Hogarth is a new member. We appreciate that. Flimsy Greenberg says, and gosh, the SlamPig super sticker, which I find very, very mean and demoralizing. Anyway, I know you guys don't like these late night shows, but I got some emails from some of the higher ups, and they love them. So I just feel like the world needs to chill, you know. Our buddy Corey Adam tried to do this, the nighttime show, the cool overnight hour show, like the what is it? What's the coast to coast radio? But instead of Art Bell, I'm Fart Smell. You know what I mean? You can keep that one. You can have that one. Just feel free to use that one on your own. That's you can have that. Totally free. Don't stop it on my account. Oh, Jibby the Lip joined for 7 months. How's Bitcoin doing? No financial advice, please. Yeah, I'm not a financial advisorist, and I wouldn't begin. But it's up. I think it's over 65,000 today. Oh my gosh! Imagine not being in Bitcoin. Imagine sitting here and watching it go from 100 to 200 to 1,000 to 20,000 to 60,000, and you're still over on the sidelines like, yeah, but I missed it, right? You didn't. I'm telling you, in 10 years, 60,000 is going to look like 20 cents. You're so dumb. Get in on the Bitcoin now.
Wrong.
Okay, it's my fastest appreciating asset that I've ever owned. I'm not lying to you. There's a million people in my chat who know. There's somebody in the chat room says, I work in crypto. I don't even know what that means, but, you know, crypto gets a bad rep. And Bitcoin should not be conflated with crypto. I've said all this before. I don't need to say it again. I'm not trying to get some sort of lesson going in today's program, but Jesus Christ, why don't you do a little bit of investigating? It's time. How long are you going to... I know I'm talking to the people who don't even invest in anything, you know? They don't own a stock. They don't own a bond. Even Chad Zumach makes appointments at the bank to go handle his CDs. Imagine buying certificates of deposit from the bank. What are you, my grandmother? Are you retarded? Go buy treasury bonds from the government. If you learn nothing else, all you idiots buying CDs, go to treasury.gov and buy your own treasury bonds straight from the government without the bank taking a cut. You idiots. I don't know. You'll never convince people about it. You'll never tell people what's what. Hit the like button and grow yourself a fish. What if you just start saying that to people? Grow yourself a fish. Captain Hook, member for 14 months. Remember the USS Liberty? No, is that some kind of coin I can get from the Franklin Mint? Ladies and gentlemen, we've been stacking up wins over here at the Mo. I'm the Mo. Get it? Another win for the Mo. We've been stacking up wins over here, and you know, they say you shouldn't stack up wins because, God, when you're flying high, somebody's going to come out of nowhere and make you look stupid. Somebody's going to come out of nowhere and make me look retarded and dumb. And oh boy, today's the day. If you want to see me look dumb, hit the like button. If you're ready to see me look stupid and get made a fool of, hit the like button. Bink. This is Aaron Imholte. He's a radio man in Minnesota. And he... Oh, wait. That's the wrong one. Bink. Sorry. We got a lot queued up. This is a radio man in Minnesota named Aaron Imholte. He's a radio man. And he's got me. I didn't think this would come out. Oh, wait. This is
Back in the day, the biggest and best radio stations slotted their most talented broadcasters for overnights.
You tell them, buddy, that's how real old school radio guys do it.
Yeah, that is true. That is the prime slot. All the schlubs had to do the morning shift. Panhandler knows it's just like hookers. The hottest ones are working in the middle of the night. And the morning shift at the old hookery. Ooh, you do not want to. So, yeah, it's just like that. 6 to 10 a.m., I think they put their worst people on. And then they'll pick it up a little bit of talent for lunch. Then afternoon, they go to sleep. Afternoon drive, they put on contemporary jazz. Something like that. You get it. You get it. Anyway, this is the wrong one, too. Sorry. Bink. Oh, wait, we're going to watch that later. Bink. Okay, here we go. Sorry. This is very embarrassing for me, so I think I'm having trauma about it. I'll just let Aaron tell you.
I got some very interesting intel today.
Now, whenever Aaron gets intel, we know it's rock solid. There was the DQ Grill and Chill incident.
There's another reason why I'm entertained by steel toe haters. They don't know that our people have infiltrated them.
We got one!
Guys, we've been infiltrated. I knew this day would come. I didn't know when. I didn't know how. And I didn't know he'd be so goddamn glib. We have been infiltrated. Carry on.
Oh, that our people have infiltrated them.
First of all, I'm gonna have to see some of these people. What? Our people. Lego chili recipe. What is it? Who? McNugget? Our people. Team Toe. The Toe Boys. Aaron, I don't know. We have access to your social media. No one listens to your show in an unironic fashion. No one. Our people. So that's step one. I'm going to need to see at least 5 of these fucking people. Second of all, you've infiltrated us. Oh, fuck.
And like all their Discords and their Reddits and all that. So like they don't know.
Okay. Aaron, how dumb can you make yourself sound? They've infiltrated the Reddits and the Discords. I don't know of a private Reddit or Discord making fun of Aaron Imholte. Now, again, I'm sure there are. The Steel Toe Boring Show Reddit is wide open. Anyone can go on there and post, I assume, right? Waft Seekley? Right? Our Discord is discord.gg/NLO. It's wide open. You've Imholte traded it? What are you talking about? This is like Kevin. This is like Chad. Chad has a guy who screen caps everything and send it to Chad in our Discord about Chad. Chad, you can just join. It's wide open. It's wide open. They've infiltrated their they don't even know. He does this sad thing too where he goes like, oh my God, they don't even know. They don't even realize we've infiltrated all their Discords and Reddits. Does infiltrate mean you figured out how to get in? I can understand, like, for an idiot who doesn't know how to use technology, like, after you figure out Discord, you might go like, we infiltrated it. We infiltrated it.
They don't know that our people have infiltrated them. And like
I'm not even kidding. Kevin and this idiot and Chad, who also has some strong opinions on our Discord.
Melton's Discord.
They all picture it because they can't figure it out. They all picture it as this secretive place where we're like planning things. Again, it's just a wide open discussion. It's a chat room for fans. It's literally a forum for fans.
Like all their Discords and their Reddits and all that. So like they don't know that there's steel toe operatives in there.
We assume so. We don't know because we don't care. But we assume so. And they're welcome. But again, I'm going to need to see a roster of these operatives. Do you have a manifest? Operatives, Steel Toe fans. What are you? We see your donations. We see your social media. What are you talking about?
And the steel toe operatives kind of tell me, dude, you wouldn't believe what retarded shit they want to do now.
What if you took a screenshot of it and showed it? This is going to blow your fucking mind. What if you embarrassed the fuck out of everybody over on that Discord? What if you made them all look like so desperate and obsessive and crazy? If you showed on your show or even told people what they were up to. Because I want to remind you again of the wording here.
Discords and their Reddits and all that. So like they don't know that there's steel toe operatives in there.
Right here.
And the steel toe operatives kind of tell me, dude, you wouldn't believe what retarded shit they want to do now.
The steel toe operatives are reporting back to him. You wouldn't believe what retarded shit they want to do now.
So apparently, and I don't want to spoil this because this bit could go on for a long time, but I have to brag about it for you guys. There's someone in, I believe I haven't had a chance to read too much of it, but what I understand is that there is someone pretending, one of our people is pretending to be SP in Melton's Discord and just feeding them all of this shit. The person doing it, they're reporting back to me and they're like, oh, they're just salivating. They're like, oh my God, SP is turning on Aaron. This is great.
You can call me Nannerpuss. And guess what? I love Nannerpuss.
Someone is in our Discord pretending to be SP, Ann. Again, he's the only one who doesn't call her Ann. His current girlfriend. Someone is in our Discord pretending to be her, and we are all salivating. We're all eating it up. We'll believe anything they tell us. Now, I haven't been on the Discord in a few days. I've been busy with stuff. Believe it or not. And again, the Discord's public. Go have a look. Go prove me wrong. So I go on there today and I go, hey, I just watched this clip where Aaron says SlamPigs is in here, or someone pretending to be SlamPigs, and we're all eating it up. And he's making us look stupid. Now, I got to remind you how this started. Why I pointed it out, we backed up and went over it again. When this started, he said, they've infiltrated our Discord, his operatives, and they report back to him, and they tell him, you won't believe what Melton's up to. But we never hear anything that I'm up to. He launches into a story about what their stupid fans are up to. You won't believe what Melton's up to. So I'm over there pretending to be Ann, and they're all believing it. Oh, cool. I want to hear about that in a minute. But again, what's Melton up to? What are they up to? Because you said, I won't believe what they're up to. What are they up to? No, I'm over there pretending to be Ann. I'm running a prank troll. And they're all believing it. Yeah, that's what you're doing. What are they doing? You said, I won't believe what Melton's doing over there, what they're planning, what they want to do next. Oh, yeah, I just said that because I'm fucking retarded. How is he the only show that doesn't show what he's talking about? If someone sent you all this stuff that was so embarrassing, show it. If you're over there pretending to be SlamPigs and we're all eating it up and it's so embarrassing, show it. I talked to Moody. I talked to several people who are on the Discord, way more than me. Every single one of them, again, because I wasn't around a couple days, every single one of them says this didn't happen at all. Now, again, no one's deleting anything from our Discord. So if anyone can find it, please send it to me. I'm not saying it didn't. I'm saying he never shows it, and he never even says a specific. He just rubs his arthritic wrists while his period onset pains come in. His hips start hurting. From what I've talked to everybody about this, from what I understand, this is completely fabricated. There's no one in our Discord pretending to be Ann SlamPigs. This never happened at all. Which means either number one, he's making it up, which is very, very funny. But also, I don't think that's true. I think this is an NLO fan fucking with Aaron. Just like the DQ Grill and Chill email. Just like every email ever. I saw them outside the park. I saw them. It's just a prank on Aaron. You know, people send me this kind of stuff all the time. I just delete it. I don't believe this nonsense without proof. People tell him this stuff, and then he really does. He wraps himself in the soothing lie. He knows it's probably, again, why would you not show this gold?
They're like exposing that these people are so hungry for their narratives to be fulfilled.
By the way, I've been accused by you for a month and a half now of being a kid diddler. Who's hungry for their narrative to be filled? Who's hungry for the attention to be off their actual crimes so much that they wish much more heinous crimes were being committed by their opponents? It's so insane that you would even say that. Again, the projection is like spot on. I'm desperate for my okay.
That even if it's a lie and it's bullshit, they won't even check up on it because they'll go, yes, guys.
Now, again, every one of our haters can go on our Discord and prove me wrong. You're not even proving me wrong. I'm asking to see it. Everyone on the Discord said this never happened. So I'm still waiting to be proven right or wrong on this. But I scrolled back through the steel toe stuff. There was nothing.
This is going to hurt Aaron. This is going to be great. Yeah, there's someone in there pretending to be SP and pretending to spill all kinds of secrets about me. And they're buying it.
Show us. Again, I haven't even been on there, so they're full of shit.
I'm not going to tell you who I got. I'm not going to tell you who my person is, but.
You don't have anybody. Hey, turn around in your house and call out for whoever's there. April! April! You're not going to tell us who you got? You don't have anybody. You said you've been looking for voiceover work. That's how dumb you are. Not only that's how desperate you are, that's how dumb you are. You're like, if only I could. The guy who accuses me of never leaving the basement wants to spend more time in the basement. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. I sent him the email about Angosh. He's so gullible. I sent him. So here's Angosh in our chat saying I sent him the email. Who's gullible, Aaron? As if someone would show up in our Discord and be like, hi, I'm Ann. Ask me anything. And we'd be like, wow, this is the real Ann. Let's get to the bottom of the toe. Are you crazy? We're not Aaron. We don't buy all this shit.
I am the aristocrats.
I am the aristocrats.
I am the aristocrats.
I am the aristocrats, Hack.
I am the aristocrats.
Thank you. Peg Leg, member for 13 months. It's me. I can no longer hide. Jay, new member. Appreciate that. Sammy Girl, shout out to Find, Fix, Finish, Stone Vet, Hippie, G2. What? Real's gifting 10 memberships. That's great. That's great. It's 12 memberships. 12 memberships on the program today. And again, now confirmed. And by the way, who knows? This person could be lying. That's the beauty of it. But I know one thing, like, God, anything you send him that like backs up something he already thinks, he'll run straight on air with this shit.
Is pretty good. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. You're not hard to be one step ahead of every time. And they with you, and they send it back to me, and it's funny.
What did they send back? They fuck with you and they send it back to me. He's acting like he was sent something. But why wouldn't you say what it is even? Okay, you didn't want to load the graphics up, take screenshots. Why wouldn't you just say what you got us on?
So I'm sorry. It's just sometimes you make it too easy to fuck with you.
Sorry, Dad. I'll do better.
Not my fault. Approachable says you're getting pretty close to the ground. You're going to put down the landing gear or just crash. Nope, we're pulling up now. We're pulling up. There we go. Pulled up. Thank you, Approachable. Appreciate it. The best part is they have no idea who it is.
Fuck. Is that the best part? The best part is you're fooling us and we don't even know who's doing it.
Good.
I will say this. The stuff I get from you guys, you're pretty desperate. And it makes me happy.
I don't even know. Like, honestly, I envy it. I envy that he can believe his own lies and actually let them lower his heart rate. You know what I mean? Again, it's not the fact that he tells lies. It's that he believes them on a level that actually soothe him in some way.
How can Aaron just be so not affected by us? Because I know what you're going to do before I do it. And I basically give you permission and my blessing.
Is there anywhere we've ever gone, how can Aaron just be so unaffected by us? We try and try and try. How come he's so unaffected by us? Later in today's show, he said, Melton made my wife leave. Which is it? Are you unaffected, or is your life partner gone? I'd argue, in a way, I cucked you. With the assist from Nick, sure, his dick. But, if you're telling people I ran April off, I took your wife. And that's like cuck stuff,
Sorry, guys. I'm amongst you. Oh, no. By the way, Sam Show says...
Again, it's an open... Anyone's allowed to come and lurk or talk or...
I guess Melton doesn't know the saying, don't get high on your own supply. He's personally invested in this shit. It's not even for the show. Yeah, right?
Show a screenshot. Show me spending so much time on this in my Discord, talking to SlamPigs. Oh my God, that'll get me.
I've broken that man without doing anything.
Fuck.
And now he's got to keep...
No, he hasn't. Don't pay attention to him. I'm not broken. I'm fine. No. Don't listen to that.
The Farms page, and everyone's exposed how creepy he is about kids. And it's not going well for him. He's not handling it well.
Play a clip of me handling it bad.
And he just doubles down on everything, and it's just fun to watch a guy spiral. What's funny is he's done it all to himself.
I mean, you guys say projection, and I do think that's overused a lot, but it's like everything he says describes himself. What's crazy is Melton's done it all to himself. I thought I did it all to kids. If I do it to myself, it's not a crime. You guys got to make up your mind on what you're coming after me for.
I have a reason to spiral, and I'm not spiraling.
No, you've got it. You're keeping things pretty tight.
Pretty happy with my life.
I'm pretty happy with my life. Literally yesterday, he was like, my life's not going well. Things aren't going great. I got to get back on track. I got to figure this out. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a worthless, bottom-feeding beggar whore. It's like, I've never talked to myself like that in my life, and I used to be over 400 pounds. Jesus Christ. Eat another hash brown about it.
He has no reason to spiral. He just decided to latch on to me, and he's hanging onto that ski tow rope, TOW. And the water's just hitting him in the face, and he won't let go of the tow rope because he remembers what it was like broadcasting to 30 people, and he don't want to go back to that.
Never again.
Las Tejas says Melton was broken long before you, Aaron. That's true.
I forgot about that. Red Bar, remember? My hero that hurt my feelings and they turned on me, much like yesterday when Anthony Cumia went off on me. Both of those guys are sucked now, though. They're all sick and washed up, and Bad men.
Bar broke him. He duct taped himself back together, and then I just ripped the tape off by literally doing nothing.
Which is it? Did you rip the tape off or did you do nothing? I ripped the tape off by literally doing nothing. I mean,
it's pretty great.
It's pretty great. Things are pretty nice over here. Life is pretty good. So I don't know what you guys are talking
Spaghetti Factory with $2 says, how cool is it to have a bigger audience than Kumia? I mean, when you're behind a paywall, you're kind of stuck in that regard. But most days we peak out at about 1,000 people at a time. I hope he's doing more than 1,000 people at a time. I'm going to trust your stats because it makes me sound good, but
30,000 people watch him play video games.
I think that's more a testament of how far he's fallen than.
And where are you on the career ladder of Aaron? No, just curious. Silence Duguid says, let's not overlook that someone sent him the fake Discord info, and he spun that into I sent operatives. I'm 2 steps ahead. Right. Yeah. That's like I'm saying. He's playing 4D chess. This guy, dude, they don't even know. And the funniest part, did he mix up the funniest part? Is this the funniest part? The funniest part is they don't even know who it is. Okay. I don't care. Your entire audience of people who hate me are welcome in our Discord. It's open. So weird. Citizen M says, I have so many soccer accounts. He's a puppet of mine. Who? Aaron? Hey, Melty, can I call to hate on Tukey loving Chad? Tukey doesn't love Chad. You're dumb. Don't waste your time with that stuff. You're falling into a trap. You're caught in a trap. If you believe in that. Do you think, what do you think? What do you think you've discovered? Tukey's a giant fan of Chad. You're dumb. Hit the like button. Do us a favor. Almost 600 strong watching. What if you hit the like button and helped out the channel, huh? You're not gifting a membership, huh? You're not sending a PayPal, Venmo, a Streamlab, a membership, a gifted membership, a Rumble rant. You're not sending a COD. You're not sending a Western Union. Why not hit the like button? That's like a free way you can help the show. So Chrissy Mayer goes on WATP. She was making fun of Aaron. Aaron's not happy about that.
Says, don't go to Chrissy Mayer comedy shows or you'll end up in a Baldo swap. That, you know what? That could be true. Somebody said that on one of her shows, Chrissy blamed me for the whole thing. I don't think that's true. I don't think Chrissy's that kind of person. I haven't talked to Chrissy in a long time.
What's this thing that, Aaron's trying to get Gino back on his side, talking to him again? Wouldn't that be great? Gino's doing pretty rough, I hear. I haven't checked in on his program. I heard it's not going great. Oh, look at this. Look at this membership trickle. That's what we call it in the biz. Tommy Hotfingers, thank you for gifting a membership. That means a lot to our family and friends packages. What? Paul Klotz, gifting a membership as well. Thank you very much. It's 14 memberships for the Mo.
But I don't have necessarily any animosity towards Chrissy unless.
Why would you have? You're the piece of shit. This is weirder than last week. You said you weren't mad at Kayla. I'm not mad at anybody. I have no animosity. First of all, no one has more hidden animosity than you. I 100% know that you have a veiled rage. You hate women as well. I mean, you can feel it. Take a poll of all the women in the chat. Would you feel safe alone for very long with Aaron Imholte? What's the vibe?
She did say that she thought it was all my fault. Somebody said, oh yeah, Chrissy said on her stream that you destroyed Nick Rekieta.
He's always like having third-party accounts of him winning fights. It's like, yeah, people on Kiwi Farms and stuff are saying like, wow, Steel Toe's really stacking up wins. Yeah, somebody sent me something where they're saying like, wow, you really destroyed Melton. They are? Why can we never see the stuff? Why can we never see the stuff people send? I'm just curious. We live in a day and a time where everything can be shown. You never have to show any of it? All right, I was wrong. It looks like Zen's producer is really into him. But like most of the women think he's creepy, but Bex is like, grrr.
And I was like, he was already a mess when I got there. Are you kidding me? But if she really did say that, I will say her. I mean, that's the biggest broom I've ever seen. That's the biggest sweep job I've ever seen. If she's trying.
I love him too. This is one of my favorite Aaron jukes. This is one of my favorite Aaron moves. He'll do something where he says something diplomatic. He says something diplomatic. Like somebody will ask him about Chrissy, and he'll be like, look, I haven't talked to Chrissy in a long time. Chrissy and I were always cordial, always nice to each other. I did her show when she asked me to. She did our show. She came out for a live event. You know, she was looking to book stuff. But we haven't talked in forever, and, you know, I wish her the best. I really, you know, I don't have anything bad to say about the woman. I will say this, though. If she said that, then I'd look at my own career, because it's not my fault that your right-wing grift turned out to backfire on you, and then January 6th complicated. It's just like, he does that. He does that thing where he's like, look, I got nothing bad to say about the person. But if they did say that thing about me, then I would say this: how come you can't get booked anywhere and you're such a fucking fat loser? How come your teeth are bigger than most movie screens? IMAX, for that matter. How come? How come you live in your parents' basement with that husband thing you call a Frank? That's what I would say if she said that about me. But other than that, like, I don't have anything bad to say about the lady. She seems cool.
To cope by saying, like, I can't believe that he would be that way. It must be Aaron. Yeah, Aaron, the wild man, the guy who golfs. He's
Darvo.
That guy's the lunatic. I don't think she said that, though. Sam Show.
Yeah, he does that one a lot too. Like, Kiki said what? That she didn't say that on our conversation on the phone. Then I put words into her mouth. She said she's not coming to the 10th anniversary. She said I lie. Look, guys, Kiki does the show every week. She's beloved over here on the toe. I got nothing bad to say about the girl. The Viscontes are good friends of mine. I'm in their wedding, for God's sake. I will say, if she did say any of that, though, I'd be like, honey, you were never part of it. I was after Gino the whole time. You were just a hanger-on. I booked you as part of a package deal to not make you feel so bad being left out. You were there to occupy April while Gino and I smoked cigars and talked about how wet our hogs get in the summer. So I will say that if you said that about me, then you're pretty much, you know, I'm sorry that you selling pictures of your butthole on the internet didn't work out. But beautiful girl. I have nothing to say. Nothing bad to say about her. Not one thing. Someone in your Discord that says they're a local to Toe's area claims Ashley is obsessed with Aaron still, and was the one that made the drama with Ape to keep him to herself. Next day, the operative claim Gino lectured his fans, mad there's not a lot of paid members, and if they don't have $5 to spend.
What would be great is if Aaron had a grand meal seizure on stream and went to see the baby G-bums.
What would be great is if Aaron had a grand mal seizure on stream and went to see the baby G-Bo.
What would be great is if Aaron had a grand meal seizure on stream and went to see the baby G-Bums.
Wow, that would be great. That would be great. Gina lectures fans mad that there's not a lot of paid members. If they don't have $5 to spend, they need to evaluate their lives. Bold strategy. Oh no, do we got to start watching some Gino? Mr. Rex, thank you for gifting a membership. Cash, thank you for gifting a membership. Pell L, thank you for gifting a membership. 17 gifted memberships tonight. Very cool. That's over Steel Toe's goal of 15.
Joe says the horse talks mad shit about you. Does she? Well, then she's look.
Look how fast. He a minute ago was like, I haven't talked to her in a while, got nothing bad. Now somebody said, the horse talks mad shit about you. And he goes, does she? Well, then she's a fucking horse. Look, guys. Look how fast he turns. It's a real sign that you know you have no friends and nobody around you, and you just believe instantly every bad thing people say that other people are saying about you. Did she? Fuck that bitch.
There's a friend of hers too that's been a remarkably disingenuous bag of shit. So I guess
You say the secret word.
Birds of a feather and all that.
Remarkably big bag of shit. Oh, your co-host? Kiki? By the way, I was thinking about this too. This is one of those things we knew, but this proves it out in a theorem. We knew Aaron reaching out to Kiki, and now that we've heard Kiki talk about the conversations behind the scenes, him bawling and calling and, I'm having a rough day, and all this was manipulation, of course, to get her and Aaron on his side. It's all about controlling the narrative. If you ever wanted proof that he was about controlling this from the very beginning, he knew. How do we know that? Well, the minute April wasn't available anymore, he reached out and got Kiki and Gino for Thursday and Friday mornings. They were essential to the show. They were part of the Steel Toe family. They were coming to the 10th year anniversary show. The Biscontes are good friends. It definitely wasn't about manipulating them against April. It definitely wasn't about turning them against April in a public way that sent a message to April. These guys are with me. Don't even bother reaching out to them for support. Again, all this was probably, Gino and Kiki are not smart people. I don't know if they realized this, but they were being used. They were being manipulated by Aaron from the very beginning to get on sides with him and take away, not even so much to be on Aaron's side, but take away a friend resource from April. To take away two people with which April had a somewhat close relationship. Now, not to you and I. They met twice. This is not a close relationship. But in her mind, and to April, who had really no friends, and she's, facing psychological and physical abuse at home from this fucking monster, these were two people she could have reached out to and told her story to, and he got to them first and brought them on sides and hired them. And how you know that they were just pawns in this game is because when they both left, they were not replaced. Aaron just started pocketing that money extra and still pretends to struggle. April quit. He still keeps all that money. He still pretends to struggle. Gino and Kiki are gone. He still keeps all that money and pretends to struggle. The same will happen with Johnny and Matt. He'll be alone. The goal will never come down, and he'll pretend to struggle. Only the dumbest people are buying this. Only the dumbest people in the world are left buying this. If he needed people to do his show with, if they were essential to helping out when April left. Sorry about that. He would have replaced them. The fact was, he doesn't need a co-host. He needed to take away people who could help April tell her story. And not that April would be speaking, but if April had confided in Gino and Kiki and they had pulled away from Aaron and even unofficially, quietly taken April's side, you'd know it. You'd feel it. When you'd question what they know that you don't know. I don't know why I'm coughing out of nowhere. Just like Kiki now says she texts with April, but she's not going to share what she says. Good. But she pulled away from Aaron and thinks Aaron's a monster now. I wonder what she knows that we don't know. What does she know that we don't know? We may never know. Again, April should sell a book. This could be a banger.
But if she didn't say that, then I don't really feel any way for or against Chrissy. I'm just another person I'm happy to
You almost said she was a piece of shit. You do feel, you mask your anger. You think we don't know? Again, everyone has the feeling about you. You icky, dog. You icky.
Just let ride off into the sunset. But if she
wow, another horse joke.
She did say shit like that, then what a piece of shit for saying something like
I don't feel one way or another. But if she did say that, she's a piece of shit. Thought you didn't feel one way or another. Thought you wish her well right off into the sunset. But she is a piece of shit. What a petty, big-titted bitch. What a petty, big-titted, pathetic bitch. April saw it. She got the fuck out of there. This dude's not a man. I mean, again, I don't know Ann from shit, but like, what are you doing? You cuddle up with this at night, and then what? And then what? You bake cookies, take them into the living room, and just pour yourself a nice glass of Aaron tit milk? What are you doing? What is wrong with your sensor? Now, somebody said that they looked up, and Ann has, court documents with domestic violence from her ex. So she clearly just proves bad. She picks bad dudes. And I don't know if that's true at all, but maybe. Again, I don't know a woman I've ever talked to about this guy who's like, he's not so bad. Every woman in the world's like, So, like, what's wrong with her?
Like that. If she didn't, then I take back the piece of shit part. Packerbacker says Chrissy will say whatever prolongs the drama and gives her material. I don't know. I was nice to her. I was always really, really good to Chrissy, like when she came here, when she needed anything.
Except when you called her a piece of shit a minute ago, right? That wasn't very cool. Cash, Movie is now using his e-therapy as an excuse. You can't hurt me. Only I can hurt me. Yeah, we're watching it.
So, yeah, I don't. It's weird when you literally just kind of don't do anything to people or you're really good to people. And then they're like, oh, you know what? Online content, he's a piece. Like if I call someone a piece of shit on the air, it's because I think they're a piece of shit in real life.
What?
It's not like, oh, how do I say some crazy shit to get some, attention on the air? No, like anything I say about anyone on this show, I have no problem saying to them.
You said Gino is a piece of shit and not funny and his show sucked. And then a year later, he was your co-host. And now he's back to being a piece of shit, not funny, loser who sucks. Could you get a light that you flick on and off when you're lying? Some sort of indicator on the screen? I mean, he's doing this thing now where he's like, look, whatever I say on my show is the truth. It's like, fuck. Holy fuck.
If they called me up and said, hey, you called me a piece of shit. I'm like, yeah, I think you're a piece of shit. Like, I'm not putting on an act. I'm not putting on a gimmick. I think you're garbage. All I'll say to Chrissy is this. None of my kids ingested cocaine. So
we don't know that any of Nick's did. They're back home with him, and according to Nick, that stuff's gone. All the kid stuff. Look, everyone's celebrating win, and look, I'm not as plugged into the Nick stuff as I am the Aaron stuff, But everyone's celebrating this giant Ricada L this week. Aaron even came on as like, oh, did you hear my good news yesterday? To Johnny. And Johnny was like, no, what? And Aaron was like, oh, dude, Ricada got all his appeals thrown out. It's like, Aaron's not even involved in that case. This has nothing to do with Aaron. Why was it a good day for him? Why was it good news for him? Because he's a Schadenfreude-filled son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Like his happiness is completely dependent, pivotal on someone else doing well. This is why he thinks we seethe when he makes the goal. Melton hates it when I make the goal. It doesn't. I don't make more or less when you make the goal. Are you crazy? Are you nuts? How did you making the goal affect my life in one way or another? I don't get a bonus when you don't make the goal. You know, none of it. It literally doesn't touch my life.
So if you think I'm the problem, maybe get your head examined.
Yeah. Look, everyone in my life left me this year and calls me a piece of shit, monster, liar, physical abuser, and worse, but get your head examined. Get your head examined. Get your head examined. Hit the like button. Could you examine that? 600 people? Come on, man. Could you hit the like button?
Come on, man.
I mean, what are we even doing, Jack? Is that what they say? Jack. Do we have one more? Yeah, let's watch this first though. I'm gonna switch around today. We'll go back to Steel Toe, but this is great. Stalin 19 calls this MLC the old Cleveland switcheroo, featuring Chad and Ray. Again, I'm not really watching MLC anymore. It's derivative trash and the laziest form of entertainment ever. But I can't believe when I see this. I can't believe that this is what he does every day. Again, Chad and Ray clamoring for this old man's approval. This old man is out of it. He's ill-practiced. He's not got the energy or the stamina to do a show anymore. The super chats do not come in like they did in the heyday. You know, he'll get a $50 one like this. He'll get a pink boy, as they call him, a pink boy. And don't get me wrong, pink boys are rare, but he'll put it up 3 or 4 times now, like Chad, this pink boy, and brag about it and throw it in people's face. Do that, Aaron Imholte. Suck my dick. Suck my dick.
My ex used to beat me way better, but Aaron smacks me around and then cries like a bitch while he tells me it's my fault.
And then and Chad and Ray, Ray's just fully back in his lap, and Chad is mad that Ray's back, you know, because Chad hates Ray. Here's how dumb Chad and Ray are. I mean, I guess Ray, we can chalk it up to an actual brain injury, and I guess Chad, you could argue it's fetal alcohol syndrome, since his mom was a backseat banging whore. By his own admission, I mean, he wrote an article for the paper where he admits that his mom just couldn't stop spreading her legs open for strange men she'd meet and just getting banged out in Chevy Novas. She was a complete piece of trash whore. So what do you expect from a son that she squirted out of her unkempt vagina while on God knows what kind of drugs and alcohol while he was gestating in her womb, if you can call it that. More of a dick locker. But anyway, enough about Chad's mom being an utter disgusting whore. Her son is also kind of a gross guy and a worthless human being, and he's so fucking stupid that he's dedicated part of his life to making fun of another comedian he thinks is void of talent, void of intelligence, void of ideas, completely socially inept and who doesn't deserve the work he gets in his career, Ray DeVito. Chad Zumock spends a lot of his life focusing on this loser. He calls him a loser. But what he doesn't get when he's fighting with Kevin about being the number one son, I did the number one son. The thing he never understands, it never clicks for him in his dumb, wet brain, is that him and the guy he thinks is the worst in existence ever, the most untalented loser, Ray DeVito, are on the same level. In a lot of ways, Ray's above him, like in a professional way, like in a career sense. You know? Like Ray, you go, well, Chad has his own plates, Ray doesn't. Ray doesn't have his own plates because he's got demons. Ray doesn't have his own plates because he needs somebody to stop him from sleepwalking in the night and killing again. Ray doesn't have his own place because he's a weird asexual or super sexual being. I'm not even sure what. He don't want to be alone. He's a scared. He's lonely. I don't know. Ray's not alone. Ray doesn't live with people because he can't afford a $600 shitbox like Chad. That's not why. And Chad lives alone for the exact same reason. He's such a fucking creep. He don't want anyone to see what he's doing. You know, Gladwell Ape told us he comes and goes on his bicycle, 12 times a day. This is like, police refer to this kind of behavior as the suspect. So it's just, I don't know what's going on, but for Chad not to realize, like, you know how either one of you will be the co-host on every other day on MLC? You're both the same mental capacity. You both keep running back to this guy who does nothing but abuse you for minimum dollars. You can never make fun of Johnny Crutches for making $75 a day. We know for a fact Chad works for free sometimes, and Chad makes about $50 to $75. Kevin doesn't pay $100 a show every show anymore. He can't. These guys, Kevin's bringing in $350 to $600 a show. Sometimes less. Sometimes under $300. This is real. You can go check it out on playboard.co. So, which is the new John's Neglected Cat, but like a real service. So, once YouTube takes their percent, $300, once YouTube takes their percent, you're left with what? You got 210? And then he's paying everybody. He's poor. It's ending. And what happens when KB dies any minute? What will these guys become? Because Chad without Kevin is like aimless, rudderless. He no identity. Just another one of these guys trying to figure out who he is. Why, open the parachute while they're in free fall. Ray, I don't know what he'll do. I guess just keep trying to make Fallon, keep trying to get on NPR. But imagine the loop these guys are stuck in. I can't believe this is still MLC. What? These guys are just stuck in a loser loop. Why is that playing?
Ask Ray why he's never apologized for calling Felicia 200 pounds. That was really shitty attacking a woman.
This is what they're on. Ask Ray how come he never apologized for calling Felicia fat. We're listening to Chad Zumock demand Ray apologize for being mean. That's what they're doing. Like, do you understand how nuts this is? Do you understand how crazy this show is? Felicia? What are we talking about? Who gives a fuck? She's a thick girl. She's a big beanstalk. Who gives a fuck?
Okay. If you could do that for me, I appreciate it.
Right. Did you hear that question?
Now, again, he can't put... They're such bitches that they can't be on screen together because Chad won't be on screen with him. Chad says he's unwatchable. He's so bad. But again, he doesn't recognize that they're the same guy.
They will become stereotypical serial killers.
Yes. They're the same guy, and they can't recognize it.
Yeah, I was
You're in a dark place.
I saw like Little Lemmy. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of a big Chad fan. It's like, okay, there's one, I guess. Again, like I'm not here to convince anybody, but like the guy's got like an actual rap sheet of crime. You can't think Steel Toe's a piece of shit and not think Chad's a piece of shit. Again, like ask the women in the chat who they'd rather go on a date with, Chad or Aaron Imholte, and watch how many of them just reach for their steak knife and start carving out their corneas.
No, apparently I was at Planet Fitness.
No, it was Lemmy on a stream talking, saying like, I like Chad. Chad's cool. I was like, well, okay. She was on a stream, you know? And you can't, like, again, I always say, like, everyone will get there. It's just gonna, like, it will be embarrassing how long it takes you. It's like anybody with any kind of self-esteem or self-worth or talent or value or anything, like, would never go back and be like, I mean, all the what was that stupid chick's name? All the women that used to be Kevin's friends, Sue Costello, and like they're all gone because like Kevin treats everybody like shit. And they've got stuff going on and they can make money on their own. They don't need like Chad and Stevie Lou and Ray. They're like gnats. They're like, he doesn't mean it. He does. He does. Oh, Little Emmy says I say I like Chad because it lights up chat. You got me. You got me, you stupid bitch.
With a lot of light. There's a lot of light.
I was like, she doesn't seem retarded. But you got to let everybody in their own time. You know, everybody's got to find Jesus. Everybody's got to sing their own hymn.
I was just repeating what was allegedly said on do I think she's 200 pounds? No, I was just repeating what was.
Then imagine answering this seriously. Look, did I say she was fat? Yes, I didn't mean it. I was doing what's called being facetious. Fallacious. I don't really think she's like, imagine doing this in earnest.
Said on that alleged report, which I never saw, but that was
but Chad's question is, how come you never formally apologized?
I'll apologize to her when she apologizes for calling Planet Fitness. If she apologizes for that, then I will apologize for that. I'm not above apologizing. I'm fine apologizing, but
you're not beneath it either, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got sent text messages from an employee at the Planet Fitness. He didn't even get fired because of Felicia's call. He got fired because he called her from Planet Fitness and was screaming in the middle of the lobby, and it's not the first time, and they've been looking for a reason to get rid of him. One of the Ohio boys, Brad Thacker or Joe Howard or somebody, sent me this information, but they wanted to get rid of him forever. They knew him by name. The minute they heard his name, they were like, yeah, this guy's a problem. He's always in there streaming and on the phone loud. I mean, every time I dealt with him buying that computer cable, he was always on the phone screaming in the aisles. It had nothing to do with Felicia. These guys are so dumb. And then Felicia's also bowed up thinking she did something. These are the things I let slip through the cracks over here because we don't even have time to cover. That was 6 months ago or something. I had all that info. Anyway, I got sent the text from the manager at the Planet Fitness he works at, between him and like a different manager at another Planet Fitness. Oh boy, not good. Captain Hook says Sue Lightning. Sue Lightning.
What's up? Watching some Alan Cox, man?
Alan Cox is the shizzle. Holy shit! I thought Kevin Dombrowski was boring until I watched Alan Cox.
How did that show up in your feed?
I don't know. It just did. The universe provides.
You
Gino's
just
right
watch
again.
Whatever shows up in your feed is your clip for the day.
How am I not going to watch Alan Cox? I know who he is from Chad. I know that he got Chad fired because Chad ran into that. Watch out for that tree.
So, like, all they do is like rehash these stories. Remember when Chad ran into the tree?
He George to the.
Like, yeah, everyone knows. Everyone knows Chad's a loser. Everyone knows. You can't, like, he's your co-host, Kevin. Sometimes you go live and you go, "We'll wait for Chad." Chad brightens your show. Chad lightens up the day. You fucking losers.
The jungle into that tree.
Watch out for that.
And again, the best part is none of them realize it. They all think they're like an important part. Really funny co-hosts.
Yeah. They sneak up on you, them trees.
What's Kevin writing down? He's doing admin?
I don't know if you know. I was 10-2 the first 2 weeks, and then I was 2-3 last week. So,
then again, now we're going to work some sports talk in. That ought to be good. Here's a phone call from a number I think I hate. Hello? Hello? That's great stuff. We're closing Skype. Fuck. You're all too dumb to be fans.
I'm 12-5, so I got to feel
How
strong.
much have you won? How much money have you won?
I don't bet them.
Then, well, wait, what are you? What are you, a child? Yeah, I
have no money. I have to get money to bet.
I won my parlay last week.
I have no money, says Ray. Is Ray's money down? Is Ray not making money? I haven't watched Ray in months.
3-team. I won like $400. Then I bet Atlanta against the Eagles with 1 minute left in the game. I won that, so I'm up like $800 for the year. And so you're 10-2,
10-5 or 12-5. I'm 12.
Even though you've never made a grown up bet.
No, I have bet before, but I'm not.
No, but not on this. So why are we talking about it? Who cares what you are if you're not betting real money?
All right, then maybe I will bet.
And dude, every time I'm watching MLC now, I'm not trying to be mean. The dude's got 400 watching. You know, he'll work it up slowly to 600, and then it just comes right back down to 423. He can do this thing all the time that he wants. Like, I know what I'm doing. You think I don't know what makes a good show? You don't know what I'm doing? Yeah, I don't think you know. I think you're gone. Even fans I know that are long-term MLC fans are like, Kevin's kind of gone. I think people underestimated how important Adam was to keeping him on track. You know, he was punctual because of Adam. Now he has nobody to answer to. He also had to do these little pre-show, you know, meetings with Adam and stuff. And he's not tethered to reality in any kind of real way anymore.
Maybe I will bet this weekend.
Put a chat. So wait, who are you taking? The Giants?
Yeah, but my locks of the week. These are my locks of the week.
No, we're not doing that. You can do that after. You can give your fucking locks of the week. Chad, who you got? Giants and Dallas.
Oh, I'm up.
Like, as if we want to know. Like, Chad
right now. Hey, there was more to that situation. You guys are fucking idiots. That I was in a contract negotiation and they were trying to cut my. So it wasn't big.
So listen to this. Every time they bring up this, you know, Chad got so drunk, he passed out driving at 3 a.m. in Cincinnati and crashed his company car given to him by the radio station for promotion of a Chevy dealership. Crashed his Chevy Cruze into a tree at 3 a.m. His excuse for why he got fired after that is, no, you guys don't know. There was other stuff going on. We were in contract negotiations at the time, and they didn't want to pay me what I was worth, so they wanted to get rid of me anyway. Oh, yeah. Had nothing to do with the tree on your car. What? Again, how dumb are we all supposed to be? Dumb people think we're so dumb. Yeah. No. It wasn't that I fell asleep in a car and drove into a fucking tree. It wasn't that at all. It wasn't the acorns and the bird nest in my hair. It wasn't that at all. No. It was a contract date. You're so dumb. You guys are so uninformed.
And Dallas.
Oh, I'm up right now. Hey, there was more to that situation. You guys are fucking idiots. That I was in a contract negotiation and they were trying to.
There's newspaper articles about it. Listen to this.
Cut my. So it wasn't
because we know that part.
So they wanted me off the books, and Alan didn't want me there. So you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Again, Ray just running around with gossip.
It wasn't the crash. It wasn't me getting a DUI in a crash, operating with intoxicant, whatever the fuck.
All the fucking time. How about you apologize to me for gossiping about me?
We don't apologize to all other men, loser. How about you take your sunglasses off and get a job at Red Robin? Jesus Christ. Bottomless fries, bottomless lies. When are you going to grow the fuck up, men? Again, all just guys who got radio jobs right out of college got fired pretty quickly and think that they're still entitled. Like, it could happen again. Right, Steel Toe? Nah, I could go back to radio. Right, Chad, right. Calling me back up to the majors.
For 2 years, Ray, nonstop lying.
Ray, apologize for gossiping.
He has a show about me where all he does is talk about me.
Say what you want. Ray's got way thicker skin than Chad. Chad's a little bit. She's still running around going like, no, say you lied. Say you're sorry. I never hurt you. I never meant to. This is all Chad. The reason Chad wants to have it out with me is so he can go like, why'd you do this to me? That's the crux of every conversation Chad wants to have with his haters. I never did anything to you. Why are you doing this to me? Because you're a fucking loser. Because you're a giant loser. You're a bad human being. I don't know a bigger insult. You're a poor human being. You're a bad human being. You're not a nice, good person. You're a giant piece of shit. I don't know how you don't get it through your head. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to have it out. I don't want to have a back and forth. I don't want to talk to you about anything. You keep saying you delete my number, you're done with me. But the emails, the texts, and by the way, not just to me, it's Dan9 and Ask. You're sending out texts and emails to all these people all the time, calling them, again, talking about where their kids go to school and stuff. Chad, it's bananas. It's fucking nuts. And it's very embarrassing for you. Good indeed.
He talks about me I'm not talking about him anymore.
Yeah, that's a fair point. You actually do a show.
The show, it's because of you. We did it because you wouldn't shut the fuck up about me. This is called.
It's because of me or Ray?
No, because of Ray. It's because
you're talking to me. You're like, we're doing it because of you, and no one's here except
no.
me.
It's because of him gossiping about me nonstop. I said, well, fuck you. I'm going to do a show on you now, and then I'm going to do it for the rest of my life.
Cool. Tell me this guy's got his head on straight. Tell me this guy doesn't know what the fuck the next 10, 20 years are going to bring. I'm serious. He's really out of ideas. Chad Zumach doesn't know what he wants to be when he grows up, and he's starting to panic. I'm gonna do the Ray Vito show for the rest of my life. Well, great. Because by your own admission, he's a giant loser who has nobody interested in him. So now you're going to be a derivative product of that? Sounds good. No. Go on.
I'm never going to stop, Ray, because you wouldn't shut the fuck up gossiping about me.
Chicken Boy says Chad delivers. Sorry. Mud Piggy really brings it.
Me. So fuck you, Ray. The Ray DeVito show will go on forever.
I'll never stop. You can pry it from my cold, dead Lawson's chip dip.
And I'll have everyone. I'm going to have your sisters on, your neighbors. You're going to hate it.
What a cool, nice guy. What a cool, fun, nice guy. Seems chill. Seems appropriate.
Forever, Ray.
Seems balanced. Doesn't seem bitter and hurt at all. Doesn't seem like a loser with no direction and nothing to do, who's just taking it out on everyone else because his mom was a giant whore. Again, it's not your fault, Chad. You've got to let it go. It's not your fault that your mother was a giant, tepid vagina having hooah, just slinging it out to anybody who wanted a piece. You gotta forgive yourself, Chad. Who cares if the doctors almost mistook you for semen and goo slurrying out of her snatch after one of her evening rituals of waving her heels around at the streetlights? But no, that was you. You slinked out of that slurry, and you were a boy, and they spanked you, and you started crying. And look, when you were 17 years old, you spoke your first words. When you were 48, you spoke your 30th. And look at your vocabulary now, Chad. Like a sea monkey come to life from being a freeze-dried powdered egg. Speaking of powdered eggs, boy, oh boy, your mom's gross fallopian tubes slinging out those paintball-like mustard balls. Just dry as fuck because of every man's head of their penis scooping out every bit of moisture from your whore mom's cunt. You've got to learn to forgive yourself, Chad. You've got to stop. And who knows where your dad is? No, I'm asking, who knows where your dad is? They all want it out, Chad. Even you want out. And that's really the source of your anger. You wish you could get away from you. And that's the real torture.
Hey, fuck off.
Okay, you heard me.
It's like doing call waiting. Remember call waiting back in the day? All right, so Ray. And
what shows more promise? Chad's brother after being run over or Chad today?
I talk sports. They're going to come in flat, and Dallas is going to crush them.
Yeah, no, the Giants are.
Didn't he pick the Giants? Chad.
I don't know who's up. I'm looking at stuff.
Okay.
Didn't Ray pick the Giants?
I don't listen to stuff Ray's on unless I'm doing the show.
You're doing the show. You're doing the show.
No, I don't. When Ray's on MLC, I don't listen because he's a piece of.
I can't believe they can't find your father, actually. Can't they just follow the Hansel and Gretel-like trail of goo dripping from his penis? Can't they just search nearby hospitals and find out who had whatever your mom's name was disease? No, I'm asking. Isn't there like oil slicks on the ground where your mom's coos just tracked copious amounts of man goo from many men, many men?
Shit. Is that your lock of the week?
That is my absolute lock of the week.
Kyraku?
Kyraku?
Not yet.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, Atlanta stinks. Okay.
Yeah. So get me out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got.
Ray, don't be doing any masturbating while we're away.
That's all I've been doing. So
you're like Joe Matarese and Kevin Abrowski. When you get a hotel, you just start whacking off.
Who do you think has a higher net worth? Honestly, Chad or Ray? Who do you think has a higher net worth? If you sold off everything they own, all Chad's posters, all Ray's chains, who has more money? Chad or Ray? Ray's one of those guys. I mean, like, Ray's one of those guys, like, you might find out when he dies, like, holy shit, he had saved up $60,000. Chad, Ray, because of baseball cards. Chad, Ray. Ray at one point, he did have an MBA. It's insulting that he had an MBA. Again, just as a guy with an MBA, I've never felt worse about myself.
Yeah. I got to get a hotel first, but
it's like when you find out Aaron Imholte has a 2-year degree, you go, okay, that's about right. That's about where I peg him.
No, I got the.
You whack off there?
You got like Ray has an advanced master's degree. You're like, what? How did this happen?
Alone? Yeah, I just.
No, with that when that lady comes down. No, do you whack off like you're not in your house? It's not your house theoretically. When you whack off, do you get in like a sleeping bag so you can contain all your jism?
No, I'll do it like if I'm gonna do it, I'll more in the morning. I'm a morning guy, I guess.
Oh, that's good news for everybody.
Where do you jack off? I do it in the morning. Okay. Chad did make $100K last year. Oh yeah, he got so much back on his return.
When they need him, he beat the Eagles. That was just anyway. I can't even keep track. Most of the team suck. You're annoying me, Ray.
What?
Chad, who do you got in this?
This show's awesome, right, T.O. Hank? Right, T.O. Hank? What's it gonna take for you to hit the like button, huh? You fucking schlub.
New Orleans games, I forgot to write it down.
I'm going with New Orleans.
Right.
Look, I say a lot of mean things about Chad's mom. I'm joking around, of course, but like, you gotta like, he wrote an article about how his mom was just a street whore. Like his mom would just fuck anybody in the back of a car at a bar anytime. He wrote an article saying that. So like, they might not even know who his dad is, you know. And if 9 guys come swirls together like a Jell-O pudding pop inside your fucking fire crotch, do you even really have a dad, or is it some sort of mutant ooze? You know? Everyone was part of this. We all had an effort. And then your dad, you never find out who he is. He leaves you. He's not around. Your mom just keeps on, you know, making the taillights of her Chevy Nova rock to the sounds of men ejaculating deep inside her torso. Oh, God. Some men came so hard inside Chad's mother that milk started coming out of her tits because there was no room for it anymore with all the cum. Guys shot such powerful wads up into her fucking guts that it pushed the milk out of Chad's mother's tits. And that's a true story. We'll play a clip later.
And yeah, that's a fact, Jack. And so when's Ray gonna bring the big time?
No, but I really imagine being 50 and that being your life, and then never being able to really get it going in your career, and nobody around to tell you it's okay. So you just keep wearing dollar store sunglasses and pretending you're in control. It's like, okay, it's going great, Chad. Things are going fine. Silence do good since they don't have any assets. It would come down to less debt. I think Ray is more frugal. So I vote Ray DeVito.
Time guest, like he said he was going to bring. I thought he's bringing big time guest over here now.
Hold on.
I was just curious because he said that's.
How many times did the gas station attendant go to fill up Chad's mom's car and think that her fucking pussy was the gas tank? Oh, you got one of those 40-galloners.
He's bringing. Give me.
Wait,
April? Is this a gas tank? Hello? Get it? Because Chad's mom was such a fucking whore.
Ray, what are you going to bring the big time guest
for Chad?
No. You said once you weren't doing MLC anymore, you're going to get bigger name guests because
somebody said Chad's mom also had 1,000 tubes of lube. That's not what I heard. I heard she used to put a plastic liner in the trunk and just carry around fucking just loads of it, buckets. And she would dip the whole lower half of her body. She would just plunge into that glistening lube. And then man after man after man would just have their way trying to set the high score with her guts.
A lot of big names were saying they didn't want anything to do with me or the Dabbleverse.
No, I've had some podcasts or some comics that Haven't been on my podcast in a while.
Chad used to have to sit in the front with headphones on and play with an Etch-a-Sketch. Don't look back. Mommy's earning. She used to call it earning. Mommy's back here earning. You play with your Etch-a-Sketch, Chad Lee. Chad's so dumb he used to throw them away when they got full up. This one screen's full. I need a new one.
I'll get more of them.
Oh, that's not the question, right?
I've already had some guests on my.
Who were the guys that said they would do your show now that you weren't affiliated with the Dabbleverse and MLC podcast anymore? Name some names. Was it Mark Norman?
Who have I had on my podcast?
So here's Kevin again. You know, I think Ray probably could get Mark Norman on his podcast. Ray's a nice guy, and he guilts people into shit they don't want to do. But Kevin will ruin it.
This isn't my field, but Kevin is good at working mental midgets.
Maybe, but he'll ruin everything these guys get going. You know, not that like Mark, it'd be a complete waste of time for Mark Norman, of course. We all know that. Everyone wants MLC merch with Tuna Town on it. You should sell it and really stick it to KB. I don't know what that is. What's Tuna Town? Is this another fantasy? Is this some other weird gay shit? All right, let's watch another Steel Toe event.
April, if you're watching, Aaron needs some help with the water heater. Can you come wrench on it for old time's sake? The water heater, he means. No, I don't think we're going to be seeing any of each other for quite I would say probably not even our funerals.
Hello, exactly.
Why would you see each other at your funerals? Why would April come to your funeral, and why would you go to April's funeral? You're not going to be welcome there. What a weird thought.
I would say we'll probably leave those to their loved ones as well. If I die first or if she dies first, I don't think I'll be seeing April Anderson ever again.
He pictures like they're in their 60s and he's still keeping tabs on April. Sorry, I gotta go to April's funeral.
Thank you. I have no intention to.
Like, you have no kids together. You don't share any assets. You're not in business. You'll never talk again. Why would you ever talk again?
All her lies and horseshit. But, don't worry. It's not like it affected.
Okay, we were worried.
Did my kids or anything.
Okay, here we go. Can these guys do a show without bringing up their kids? I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. This guy every day with his kids.
It's not like my oldest cut her out of all the pictures because she knows what she was up to.
Did you hear it? April, you made Charlotte a cutter. You turned Charlotte into a cutter, April. Before this, she didn't even know how to use scissors. Good job, bitch.
It's not like my ex-wife and I had to have a talk with her because of all of her horseshit behavior.
Jesus. First of all, isn't it wild that Aaron's kids handle their emotions just as well as Aaron? She's over there mad, cutting out April out of photos. Pretty much just like Aaron. You know, but Aaron couldn't cut her out of photos, so instead he got her arrested.
Going public. You don't develop a deep hatred for someone when they do that. And then, of course, all the not taking responsibility, blaming shit on other people, accusing.
Yeah. Aaron Imholte. Darvo. Yeah.
Accusing other people of shit that never happened because you didn't get your way. Yeah, there's some hatred there.
So, again, he's running with this lie that April only accused him of physical abuse after she didn't get her way in the divorce. These accusations were 2 years before the divorce. So, 2 years before the divorce, 2 years before she had any reason to be angry, she accused you of physically attacking her. Hello? You can't keep rejiggering the timeline. King Louie, member for 6 months. KB needs Ray and Chad as his stooge, and that's it. Yeah, but they don't know that. That's what's funny. Not a guy, member for 10 months. If KB used super tips, he can afford a producer and still pocket more money. Don't try to teach him math. Mason in Portland, happy to be here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Stripper Kitten, member for 14 months. That asshat is checking out first. Ape is enjoying life. Ape is enjoying life. I mean, the one we watched Tuesday where he's like, I'm going to break down the wall, take off the mask. That goal runs my life. That number runs my life. But then now he's like, nah, everything's good. I love my life. Melton's the one who's, a number doesn't run my life. A letter does. Hepatitis C.
There's some deep hatred. So, yeah, I think the next, I don't see her and I in the same room ever again. I think the next time we'll see each other is when we both go to hell. That's probably the next place that we'll see each other. When I'm old and gray and she's old and gray and the big man in the sky gives us our cosmic punishments for our dirty deeds here on earth, then maybe. Even then I'll try to keep my distance, I think. Clopogram says 1 hour photo, that bitch. No, you're thinking of Eternal Sunlight of the Spotless Mind is what you're thinking of. Coctive says, I can't believe Kevin Brennan hasn't offered April a big payday to come on his shit show. He has. I think Patrick Melton.
Whoa, you think about me?
And then her own behavior drove her from the internet.
I think it drives Patrick Melton that he's had no effect on my life. But he also drove my co-host off the internet. What a week you wanna easy.
And then her boyfriend goes on Patrick Melton's show and like sucks his dick.
Oh no, that didn't happen. Do you think that every guy who talks to Ricada is getting their dick sucked by him? Hold on, did Ricada suck the dick or did Ricada get his dick sucked? Nick, call me. I'm gonna need an update.
Which Nick's a little old for Patrick, but still.
He is?
That had
fuck. I'm missing my
to be interesting. Oh no, you don't understand. I have to go on his show because he knows all about omnibus hearings. What?
Hold on, Aaron. Did you just get flustered at a thing he never said? Did Ricada ever go, wow, Melton knows everything about omnibus hearings. That's why I'm going on his show. Now Aaron's acting incredulous about a thing he made up.
I have to go on his show because he knows all about omnibus hearings. What? No, he knows about school buses, not omnibuses.
They want it to be true so bad.
That's Coltrane says April.
Wow, he clapped for that joke for a long time. That was a big, long clap.
Hasn't shot a deer for years. She's not sharp enough anymore. Oh, shit. Holy. Clopogram says after cortisol finished, who would be your guest for April's first interview, says Clopogram. I don't think she's going to do an interview. I think she despises that whole world. And I don't think she's going to do. I think she wants to be a private citizen. I do.
Okay. What's going on with his hands? Something's got him so nervous lately. He's doing this in all these videos we watch, but he's picking skin off his hands. He's literally like picking skin off his hands. Watch it.
Coltrane says April hasn't shot a deer for years. She's not sharp enough anymore. Oh, shit. Holy.
Okay, so watch this finger. It's scraping his hand constantly. Just watch this itching.
Clopogram says after cortisol finished, who would be your...
Are you seeing it? And then it gets wild. He starts...
Your guest for April's first interview, says Clopogram. I don't think she's...
All right, so now he's got the whole world. And now he's going to scratch it with the whole hand. Watch.
Going to do an interview. I think she just...
That's hard. Look how hard he's scratching it.
Despises that whole world.
Tries to stop.
And I don't think she's going to do. I think she wants to be a
can't stop, right back to picking.
Private citizen. I do. I mean, she wanted to be that before we got divorced and everything else.
There's a lot of that going on these days, man. You can catch a lot of that stuff.
She was like, I can't take it. It's too much stress. I mean, she was also on a shitload of coke. So I don't know, but Nana's.
I caught him in one today, massaging the area between his knuckles. I shit you not. Between his knuckles, he was going like, I got him like doing that. I was like, what is this guy doing? He hurts in the weirdest places. He's like, you ever get that like knuckle divot pain in the morning?
Clam says, LOL, if she misses the first few shots, Aaron will look around puzzled, wondering what the popping sounds are. What? Oh, somebody's shooting me? Shit. Das Optic Nerve says Aaron likes this guy because he reminds him of his ex-lover, Nick.
Does he remember a time?
I ride a pale horse. Come see me, Aaron. You know you fell it, for I am death.
Oh, Death rides a pale horse. That's true. I heard about that. Does he remember a time where he didn't just read free chat and beg?
What? April is avoiding the internet like the plague. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. She won't even go on Netflix.
Sam Show says she's doing a dog shit job at being a private citizen. I mean, she's all but off social media. I mean, she never posts on there.
She does.
She's not doing any shows. I think she's doing a pretty good job of trying to be a private citizen. I mean, yeah,
You know what? I'd take her back. I'm throwing it out there.
Not legal cases, but that's what happens when you get hooked on coke and you get busted with a shitload of cocaine in a house. Personally,
you have legal cases. Did that happen to you?
I think she's getting off scot-free because she was living there. And I think that should be all three of their cocaine.
When I turned them in, I was told explicitly they'd all go to jail. So I think this is bullshit. Look, when I dimed them out, I was under the understanding that they would all face several years in prison, and I would come out really, really happy with their pain and suffering. So frankly, this sucks that she's maybe going to get away with it with no jail time. This sucks. Cash, he hates her so much, he keeps her writing on the board. Right.
I mean, all three of them should have caught.
Dude, I know some stuff that I can't say. Ooh. I can't wait till everything that can embarrass this guy comes out. I can't wait. And again, I'm sworn to strict confidence with my bestest pal, even though Nick, even though I don't approve of what he did in that kitchen with Aaron. They mashed their dicks together. They took photos of it. They made spin art. They commented on each other's sweat beading on their pubic hair. It was, I don't approve of that. All well baby birding SpaghettiOs into each other's mouths. He told me they did this. Nick Rekieta told me all this was true.
The same tribe. But hey, what do you do? But Aaron, have you seen her tattoo? How can you miss it? I mean, it's not like when she when you take a normal picture sitting down or something, you take it like this. Ever since she got her gas station tattoo, she'll take a picture and it'll be like this. It'll be she'll do body contortions to show the new right? I have.
So a minute ago, she's not even on social media. She doesn't even post. And now he's saying, dude, have you seen she can't stop posting pictures of her?
But it's a tattoo. It's like if my 5-year-old puts on one of those sticker tattoos.
Then your 5-year-old does that in every photo? If your 5-year-old puts on a sticker tattoo, she acts like a retarded, coked out 30-year-old? No, I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. Also, please stop bringing up your children. Brian Landon, do you think the toe could still be on coke or meth? No, I don't think he has the money for that.
You know, the only nice thing about
right? Like, he can't.
About all that is that my 5-year-old.
Oh, Brian Landon, I realize I never really answered your favorite restaurants thing in Vegas. I would say, you know, I like Barry's. So that's one. I love Din Tai Fung at the Aria. Is a great place to go. For pizza, my pick is Naked City. For Indian, my pick is Mint Bistro. Again, I don't have an Italian, but that's just to give you something to go on, I guess.
Will never remember her and won't know the horse shit that she put her through. So that's kind of nice that the youngest and maybe even the middle will barely remember her, which
Louis won't remember anything, especially his ABCs, numbers, directions, animal noises, how to breathe without a beeping machine in the night.
Which is best for them.
Poor Louis. Again, the sad emails I got from Louis' stepfather. Please leave him alone. It's not his fault. He's retarded.
Honestly, 10-year-old hates her guts.
He's thinking of the trauma these kids will face in school. Yeah. It's all my fault, Balin. It's all my fault. They'll never be held up to any scrutiny because of the things their father says and does daily. Louis won't remember anything. No.
Which I can't blame her. Because ever since she got into the when the kids were here, April would either be
now if Charlotte ever becomes a stripper and does coke, it'll all be April's fault.
Gone often.
I learned it by watching you.
Spicer, or April would be up in the bathroom with whatever private supply she got from Nick.
It's funny how these stories adapt over time. We asked him shortly after all this happened, did April ever bring coke home? And he said, I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. Now, we all know, of course, April was leaving several times a show to go do coke. We also know, of course, April had coke in her purse. Of course, she was doing it around the kids. And here he is admitting that April was upstairs in his house, always hiding away from the kids doing coke. But he said Nick brought coke over one time and he put his foot down and said, never again in this house, no more. But here he is saying the reason Charlotte's angry is because Charlotte knew that April was probably on drugs because she was always up in the bathroom hiding away with her private supply. Which is it? Which is it? Did you put your foot down? You only allowed drugs in your house once around your children? Or did your wife bring drugs around those children nonstop for months? You liar. Because this story that you just told couldn't happen any other way. Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again how Charlotte was depressed. Again, while you're using your child for sympathy, how you discredit a thing you've said before.
Into the when the kids were here, April would either be gone off in Spicer, or April would be up in the bathroom with whatever private supply.
When the kids were here, April would be up in the bathroom with her private supply. Hey, Ashley LaRue. Hey, Balin. Hey, Court. One time I was like, never again. While the kids were here, April would be up in the bathroom snorting away her private supply. This guy's a piece of shit. This guy's a complete liar. This guy let this happen to his family so he could appear to be the hero. He let this happen to his family.
She got from Nick and just fucking shutting out the rest of the world like she did her friends and her family and, you know, the kids and everything else. So that's a sore subject. I'm gonna get mean if I keep going on this one. April's missing orgasm says, I thought you liked stuff from the gas station. Hot dogs, Celsius, nachos. I don't eat gas station nachos or gas station hot dogs.
Just flatbreads.
Maybe I'm a simp, but Ape sounds like a good girl.
Just flatbreads and hash browns. I love that too. He's got standards like, I don't eat gas station hot dogs.
April's missing orgasm. Thank you for being a huge fan. I'm glad you love the show. Sam Show says the only reason anyone cares about April is she's some Coke Tard's pocket pool, yet she won't get away from it. I mean, look, sometimes people have a take on things and you don't disagree with them. So what is there to add or something?
I love that April's an unattractive whore now. When he had her, everybody would remember he used to rub it in people's face. You wish you could get this. It's like,
right? Hobo says, how do you hate begging for money? I hate it. It's pathetic. I look pathetic when I do it. Please, I want to keep pretending that I'm a big-time radio man. $340, please.
Whoa. I mean, that's it. That's all of it.
Pretending that I'm a big-time radio man. $300, please. I want to keep pretending that I'm a big-time radio man. $340, please.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
If it just happened quickly, if we just started the show and people were like, oh, I know the drill. I've been watching this show for years. The drill is we make this much money. Boom. Here you go. Bam. Boom. It was.
I just wish this show was like, you guys know the drill. We make this much money. Bam. Boom. Bing. Bop. I wish boop. Money. Bam. Bop. Beep. Boop. I wish the show would start and you guys would go, boop. Bop. Beep. Beep. Bop. Boop. Bop. Boop. Bop. Money.
Getting knocked out. I'd be thrilled.
I'd love it if money came in fast. Again, why even? He just keeps repeating himself in different ways. Oh, you think I wouldn't like it if money just came in? I'd love it if money just came in. We know. We know. Dude, I would love it if it just beep, bop, ba, bleep, blop, bloop. Ba, boop, bop, ba, 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 beep, bop, ba, bop, boop, boop, bop, beep, ba, beep, za, bop, bop.
I'd be thrilled. But it doesn't happen that way.
I got to beg.
I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough. I'm a piece of shit.
So I pressure. Gregory Eisenhorn says, you are pathetic. Are you not listening to me? I swear to God. Do I say it and Gregory Eisenhorn is just sitting there drooling while I'm talking and not paying attention? What did I just say, Gregory? I just said that. Pay attention, son.
Eisenhorn is Finkel.
XJX says, maybe you have a garage sale. That's actually funny. I like that idea.
That's actually funny. I like that idea. Holy shit. How much can I get for a 20-inch soundbar?
All right, guys. So let's go ahead. Let's hammer it out. Let's knock it out. PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. We got a lot of good. I think that's the other thing. The more excited I am for the stuff we have during the show, like the more nervous I get about the goal part. Because
yeah, of course. You got a big Tim Waltz story. The goal's not coming in. You get all flustered. You're like, are they even going to like it? Are they even going to notice how hard I work to cut and paste this URL? Aw. Come on.
Because I'm like, ooh, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. And then in the corner of my eye, I'm always going, that number isn't dropping. Shit, what are we going to do?
What are we going to do? And by we, I mean me, since everyone's abandoned me.
So go ahead. Let's knock that out.
Okay. I just want to make sure we were still knocking goals out.
Let's make sure it happens. Mount Franklin says, if I was a grown man asking other grown men for money so I can play radio host, yes, I would probably get another job. Well, that's...
Remember when we really thought we'd be able to take 150 off the mornings and 100 off the night? Remember when you believed that, you fucking idiots? Sorry. I can't lower it because we've hired Gino and Kiki. Yeah, well, they quit now. So now what? Sorry. I grown accustomed to her face. She almost makes the day begin.
It's good. Then you should. You're doing that, right? You're not doing this. You're doing your job, right? Then you and I are both doing exactly what we want to do, brother.
Simpatico. Let me hit the one sound effect I have.
Yes. There we go. Mount Franklin, we've solved your problem.
Patrick Mount Franklin. Patrick Mount Franklin. Anonymous says, I'm really high, Patrick. How high are you? $20 high or $102 high? Huh? No one's high enough to super tip $102. Just make up a number.
Your life is cured. I've done it again. I've fixed you.
Your life is cured? What does that mean?
How dare you?
One thing that I keep hearing, like Meme Copium say.
Who's that?
I think it was Meme Copium who said, it's amazing how the phrase "another win for the toe" started as like a silly thing. He goes, but now it's been memed into existence. I believe the quote was, Aaron stacking W's just sitting on the sidelines.
Oh, this is the thing he mentioned months ago. Boy, he's letting that quote like he wants to get that sewn on a pillow. He's been firing off proposals to Etsy creators all day. We use it to make fun of how you think you're stacking W's.
Aaron, I'm calling you home. Please expedite it and come be with us.
Yeah, I don't like we use it to make fun of how much you think, how delusional you are, because you rarely are. Again, to think this year that you're winning and life is going great and you're stacking W's is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. James Bomber said, that was me. I hit the wrong shit. Oh, you're high? We're all high. Should we do a little vape of the sour stick?
Everybody has this idea that the way things are going for me is just like coming up W's. Another win for the toe. Win, 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 win.
Everybody has this idea. Again, no one has this idea, and he couldn't show you one comment on any social media platform to back up this claim. But he always does this. Dude, everyone everywhere is saying, like, I'm the handsomest and I'm stacking up wins. And everyone's saying, like, it looks so easy and he's killing it. And, like, how can he keep beating all of his haters and, like, crushing it? And I don't know, like, that's just what people are saying. It's just what people are saying. Not anyone on the internet or judges or victims or plaintiffs, but a fictional everyone that I'm making up.
This idea.
He says, everyone has this idea that I'm killing it and winning. It's like, what? Who? Name 3 people. Little Lemmy. Who else?
A silly thing. He goes, but now it's been memed into existence. I believe the quote was, Aaron stacking W's just sitting on the sidelines. Everybody has this idea.
Everybody has this idea
that the way things are going for me is just like coming up W's. Another win for the toe. Win, 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 win. I like, because they see kind of the way my stuff is going.
Win, 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 win. Your life is just win. Your wife left. Win. You lost your show partner. Win. You lost the people you replaced her with. Win. Your 10th anniversary show was a complete bust. Even the backup plans fell through. Win. A food truck had employees pretend to be sick 3 days out. I think we forget that. A food truck said that their employees were sick and couldn't do your event 3 days out. You didn't record your own 10th anniversary show. You're trying to pick a fight with your friend to get him to leave you. Again, you have 3 counties worth of shit going on legally right now.
And, they kind of see the way my stuff is going and they go, wow, that's going to be,
easy breezy. Felon easy.
Whatever. Good.
This guy's like, dude, I've never seen someone handle so many felonies with such aplomb.
Fine. It's funny to watch that, and because I certainly don't feel that way.
It doesn't feel like wins to me, but you guys all keep telling me it is. I feel like things are going bad, but you guys keep throwing money at me and telling me I'm the best and I'm the winner and I'm awesome, and so I have no reason to doubt you.
I certainly don't want to be in the position I'm in. That's for sure. But I see people talk about it like it's this grand W and this grand win, and I'm like, I can take it then.
Who's talking about it like it's a grand W? By the way, he can't even name what it is. What's a grand win? What's a big W? And why are you smiling? You don't even know what you're talking about.
Sounds good to me. But the problem is, and I tell my haters this all the time.
He really, he can't even, understand that on the horizon there's more shit coming for him? Does he really not think that? Like, when he gets hit with another HRO request from April and a civil suit from Kayla and a civil suit from April, will he be like, whoa, this came out of nowhere? Or can he really not see it? Can he really not see what he's got coming for his life?
I mean, they don't listen, and I try to help them because I think
he's always trying to help everyone. He let it slip the other day while we've all thought this whole time that he was mandatory required to go to Al-Anon meetings. He wasn't doing that of his own free will. He wasn't doing that for any sort of therapeutic reasons. He was assigned to, he literally said on his show the other day, I don't have to go to those meetings anymore. How long until he doesn't have to go to therapy anymore? Remember, it makes him feel remarkably better. They're really a good help. Better help. I'm glad I do it. No, it's really good. It's a steady thing. No, the minute the court doesn't require it anymore, he stops going to both. He's a giant piece of shit. He went to the police. He dimed everybody out. He took a plea deal. He's turned state's witness. He's not a valuable one, but fuck. It's really like everything we ever thought. Patrick, have you forgotten he is the best? It's widely known that I'm the best at handling the trolls.
They're a valuable part of this ecosystem. But our haters get their hopes up, and they put their hopes way up here when there's no reason to.
Oh.
They create a delusion for themselves about
Aaron doesn't like people making up delusions
about me. They live that delusion. And then when I end up skating underneath it and I don't, the terrible, awful delusion that they've thought of for my life.
Speaking of skating underneath things, you tell everybody you're 6'4" and then your driver's license says 6'3"? Who's got a delusion?
Life doesn't happen. They seethe and get mad at me and they act like I've snuck out the back on them and won some great victory over them. It's like, no, I'm just not as insane as you.
We act like he snuck out the back and got an insane victory on us. Why'd you let him sneak out the back and get that victory on us? What was the victory? I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's got a victory. We're upset about it, and he doesn't know what to tell us, man. He don't know what to tell us.
Aaron, seriously, don't cut across. Cut upwards with vigor.
This vigor gets it.
Who people are. I just sit here and I cool my jets and I wait for shit to happen.
All I do is cool my jets. They're actually like below freezing temp now. They've been so colded. They've been cooled so much. I don't know why I sit here cooling my jets, because all I do is cool my jets. I don't know why they're hot. I don't know why they need cooling, but basically my jets are cool. I cool them. It's all I do is cool the jets.
And then it happens. You guys sit there and get your hopes up. You're the kids who are thinking your parents are going to buy you an NBA franchise for Christmas, and then when you...
Oh, yes, the Disney's blank check defense. Dude, you remind me of the kids who think their parents are going to buy them an NBA franchise for Christmas. Remember those kids? How sad they were when they woke up? And they were like, Dad, you didn't get me the Charlotte Hornets? Fuck! I really thought it was going to happen this year. You're like those kids who think that they're going to wake up and their parents are going to get them a NBA basketball franchise. How many NBA teams are there? I don't even know. 32? I don't even know. So how many kids could get an NBA franchise for Christmas? 32? And I'm not friends with the commissioner. I don't know how it works. Are children allowed to own NBA franchises? I'm just trying to make his thing make sense. You're like the kids who think they're getting an NBA franchise for Christmas. Oh. I am?
I wait for shit to happen, and then it happens. You guys sit there and get your hopes up. You're the kids who are thinking your parents are going to buy you an NBA franchise for Christmas, and then when you get a bicycle, you're upset.
A bicycle? I thought I was going to get the NBA franchise.
They never said they were going to get you an NBA franchise.
Then why would you think that?
You made that up in your head.
I mean, does he hear himself?
So I'm sorry. Same reason Nick is always seething about me.
He thought I was going to buy him an NBA franchise. And I was like, look, Nick, you're never going to get the Utah Jazz. Sorry, it's not going to happen. What is going on? Oh, no. Hit the like button if you're just as confused as me, huh? Holy shit. Holy shit. I can't. It really is great. It really is so good. All right, let's do something else. We gotta hop back and forth. Mersh? Shall we Mersh? So Mersh is Tampa never really gets hit hard, and Mersh is more inland, so he's worried about this hurricane, I guess. He replaced his fireworks with a hurricane graphic. James Bombard, I'm so lost. What am I hoping for? How did Mooby get a victory over us? Shut up, man. You're seething. Smoke some more weed. You're seething right now. So am I. Cheers. Ooh. raspberry jelly jams. Raspberry jelly jams. All right, this is, I don't know how to adjust the headroom above my head, Mersh.
Anyway, talked to my attorney today. I've been dodging him a little bit.
When you're dodging your own attorney, that's bad. Talked to my attorney today. I've been dodging him. It's not a meter maid. You pay for, you know, they're billing you when they call you. That's 6 minutes. That's 6 minutes they're going to bill you for. So, if you got a good attorney anyway.
I don't know if I told you guys the story, but when I was driving to my sister's funeral, right?
Yeah. I don't think you told us this one. When I was driving to my sister's funeral, right? In the clown dog truck.
I got a text message that I think as soon as I got into New York, I was like on the Southern State Parkway. So I was like right getting on to Long Island and I was stuck in traffic. And I got a text message from my tax attorney. And he's like, hey, man, get back to me. Give me a call. I got some updates. Bop, 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 bop. And I text him back and I'm like.
Oh, you can tell when all these guys are lying because it's always a bop, 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 a beep, 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 a boop, 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 boop. I got a text from my tax attorney. He's like, yo, beep, bop, 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 boop, boop, bop, 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 rock steady and beep, bop.
Like, listen, man, I just found out my sister died. I'm on my way to her fucking funeral right now. I didn't curse at him. I'm on my way to her funeral.
I'll check her pocket for change and get back to you.
Right now. I mean, all due respect to the IRS and all the, all the time you've spent on my case, but everyone can kind of suck my dick right now. Like, I don't care about any of this. And
You told the attorney you hired to handle your tax problem to suck your dick? All right.
Won't care until I get back home. So he was like, hey, no problem. No harm, no foul. And I was supposed to get back to him last week, and I'll admit I didn't because talking to my tax attorney makes me anxious. Remember, I'm getting audited for 3-4 years of taxes, and they want to fucking. And by the way, I haven't looked at the bill yet. I don't wanna.
This all sounds very mature. I hired a tax attorney to handle my tax problem, but I'm dodging his calls. He sent me a bill, but I haven't looked at it because I don't wanna.
Plus, it's fine. I'll just do a payment plan. It's not like I have to, but it's going to be a really, he's like, it's not going to be pretty, but.
So wag your fingers at everybody about money again while you're on a payment plan. Again, I grew up having to lay away everything from jeans to Frisbees, but I don't do it now. If I can't afford something, I don't buy it. It's a much more satisfying way to live. Which is frankly why I'm not getting any of my kids an NBA franchise for Christmas this year. All 5 of them are fucked. Sasha, Malia, Timon, Pumbaa, and Jacob.
I can say this. I had a talk with my attorney today.
I'll get him NBA jams.
I can tell you this much about my situation.
We don't have anywhere to play it, but I'll get him the game.
It looks like this is coming to an end.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You hear this? Don't be distracted.
This is coming to an end.
Sending the IRS cats. Just manila envelopes of cat hair.
My attorney was like, if, you're going to have to take this pretty much. This is the best offer you're going to get. Like, it turns out the guy I had that's my auditor was, like, not really an aggressive cunt of a guy. He actually's been pretty cool. And the few times he was busting my fucking balls, it wasn't him. It was his bosses that were like, well, look into this, too.
What do you have to fuck up to be audited when you make $22,000 a year? Just tow it. I'm not reading it. Mersh's attorney is the scat man. Tukey is gay for Chad. Oh, no.
Go with Aaron, Mersh. Heaven, not hospital. Be smart.
Go with Aaron, Mersh. Heaven, not hospital.
Go with Aaron, Mersh. Heaven, not hospital. Be smart.
Be smart. Why is Kiki still meandering in my meanderers? Lost Dabbler standing. Thank you for the gifted membership. That brings us to 19 gifted memberships for today. Thank you guys so much for your support. Berserker Games, member for 4 months. El Meltonator, relatively new still. Can you give me your berries recommendation? Berry steak, but what about appetizer, dessert? Thanks for the good stuff, Matt. Everything's great there. I just recommend that steak. Get whatever you like. Look, if you like bone marrow, get the bone marrow. If you like scallops, get the scallops. You want a lobster tail, get a lobster tail. That's all on you. I'm just telling you what steak to get. I'm telling you where to go. Berries. Downtown Prime.
But, like, so it looks like...
I'm not supposed to say that with Rick breathing down my neck.
No.
Mersh owes $750 in taxes, and he's going to have to do a payment plan? He sends him $25 of free play at a time. No, look, you can use these at any blackjack table on the strip.
Payment plan is up to 72 months. Fuck them, stretch it out. I'm going to need at least 72 months to pay this money. I owe him a lot of money. So yeah, I just was like, fuck it. Like that was the one good thing. I've been like kind of dodging this guy because I'm like, I can't. Right now, I'm so stressed out. Not only just stressed out about life.
We got a fish lunch
and all the shit I've gone through in the last few weeks with my sister and the family and the fucking.
Does a WNBA franchise count? Yeah, those are cheap. Those actually, you can win those at the fair and then like flush them when they die, like a goldfish. Like, yeah, a WNBA franchise, it's like down to that or like a pack of gum. Hey, thanks for the membership, George. 20 memberships today. 20 memberships. You guys are doing it. You guys are doing it.
My power supply blowing out on my fucking computer, that I'm not getting internet. I even told him today, I'm like, I have a fucking hurricane barreling down on me. Like, I got a lot on my fucking...
Dude, my power supply is getting no internet.
Plate.
IRS or your attorney about this? Guys, I would love to send you money right now for taxes, but my power supply went out and I can't get internet.
Get this done somehow. Rich P said, how bad did you fuck up? What was the discrepancy? I've discussed all I'm willing to discuss right now. Let's just put it that way. I'll tell you everything. You guys know me. I am a fucking open book. But I'm not Aaron Imholte.
You look like you've never opened a book.
I'm not a fucking nerd. I'm not going to go on my stream and talk about things that are not done yet.
I'm not Aaron Imholte. I'm not a retard. I'm not gonna. Yeah, Aaron Imholte's not in debt as far as we know, other than for his attorney. Did you guys hear this one? That he put his attorney on his credit card?
I can say things like, I think that I've got an offer and it looks like we're moving towards a resolution. I feel optimistic. I can make statements like that. I'm not going to make any fucking definitive statements about what I did or didn't do or what I'm alleged to have done until it's signed, it's ready to go, we have a handshake deal, it's written on paper, signatures are signed, and there's a payment plan. And
yeah, you can never get charged for a crime after you got away with it.
I'll talk about what happened. Monty Dyke said, could be worse. You could have missed child support payments. Isn't paying taxes basically paying child support? Like you're paying a child that you never get to see?
Dude, this guy can't stop talking about kids. Isn't that crazy that that's just where his head goes? Like right away, like immediately he just starts talking about children? Ugh. Like whose head works like that? Ugh.
Was just a fucking complete burden, and you don't even get the enjoyment of having a child?
What do you mean having a child? Ugh. Dude, does he mean what I think he mean? Mersh likes to have children. Oh, God, dude. Oh, that's fucking sick. That's fucking sick. Hide your parks. Hide your wrecks.
Camera Chris bought a coffee. Thank you, buddy. The hurricane is planned so that
He does the buy a coffee thing. This is like on blogs in like 2002, and everybody used movable type. You would put a little donation to your PayPal thing for $5. Like, hey, if you enjoy my blog, buy me a coffee. Buy me a coffee. He still has that. Hold on, you're supposed to get a Revenge of the Sis / Nightwave and buy him a coffee. Revenge of the Sis.com /Nightwave. Dude, buy me a coffee. Holy shit. This is his website for his big show. Donk. Nightwave radio support page. This is what happens when you go there. It's all white. This is over here left aligned. I Can Be Nightwave is a shirt you can get. So that's fucking cool. Has a pic of Mersh from when he was 22. Buy a coffee for Nightwave Radio. You can buy him a coffee monthly. Buy me a coffee. Why aren't you buying me a coffee? Off-air donos. If it's live on air, buy me a coffee. But if you're watching the show live, do it here. This is the best way live. But if you're off-air donos, use this PayPal link for if we're not live. Whether you're watching Nightwave live or replay, donate a few bucks to the show to keep it rolling. To keep it rolling. You know, Nightwave wouldn't be anything without people like you. So keep it rolling. Hold on, sorry. What is this? I'm getting sent a very interesting, naughty... That can't be real. Sorry about that. Venmo. If you use Venmo, it's another easy way to support Mersh. So this is where Aaron gets his like shit from. Look at this. Dude, you want to give Bitcoin, Polkadot, Dogecoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tron, Cosmos, Chainlink, Tether, Cardano, XRP, Stellar, Tezos, Ethereum Classic, or Bitcoin Cash? Well, you can. What are the odds these work? Some do, some don't. Well, that's a cool way to support the show. And if you want to buy a cool Mersh shirt or some sort of whatever garbage fire that is, I don't even know. I just had to see.
That Florida can't get out and rock the vote.
But I love that he uses the old, I buy a cup of coffee. Buy me a cup of coffee.
I'm kidding, of course. I might be dying. Got a bad ticker. Awaiting surgery. Been a slice, homie. Jesus, man, I'm sorry.
Is that Mersh's actually concerned face? Dude, really? Dude, I'm sorry, dude. Oh, thanks, Mersh.
Well, I hope you don't die. I would rather you just get out of surgery and be not dead. Can we hope for that? Let's all hope for Camera Chris to be not dead. We like
the guy who admits he wants to kill himself, but he's too big of a pussy.
Camera Chris around here. I'm sorry to hear that, though.
Mersh did that. Mersh said that on a show recently.
And look, man, I ain't pretending like I'm the only one going through shit, man. I've had some people. It's weird. Perspective's a bitch.
Yeah, it's one of the hardest days in art class.
With me having my meltdown the other night, it's like I'm also getting to a point where I'm burned out.
Vanishing point. Sorry, I thought we were still doing perspective.
I just am. And in that little meltdown I had, I did have a few people reach out. And you know what? This is the way to reach out to me, by the way. Because, we always talk about if you reach out to me and you talk like egg and your shit's all over. I don't like that shit. Do I have that drop still?
You talk like a and your shit's all
I don't want people reaching out to me all the time going, are you all right? Do you need someone?
Just like Aaron. That reminds me of a drop. Let me go see if I have that. Oh, I do have it. It's not timely anymore, but my OCD is going to make me play it.
Talk to, are you all right? There's always these listeners coming up to me. If you ever need to unload all of your darkest secrets, I'm a random internet person. And I'm like, no thanks, But if you come to me...
I'll let you do the Bitcoin sleuthing, Moody. Hey, Moody, did you get that thing set up so I can upload, so I can start upload? It's going to take forever to upload shows to the new server. We're getting a new 24/7 server, and it'll get rid of all the choppiness and lag. If you're interested, check out the 24/7 stream of stuff on the NLO YouTube channel, huh?
And relate to me because you're going through shit. I kind of like that. Some people might take that as you're being selfish, I'm going through shit, and then you're going to DM me and talk about the shit you're going through. But no, I prefer that because it just shows that misery loves company.
Yeah, please. Message me and tell me what's wrong with you so I feel better. Why don't you do what the rest of us do? Take a public bus.
Woo, we're going back to the Tampa show tomorrow. Squeal, squeal, squeal.
Oh, God. I really, man. I'll save it.
Shout out Kevin Brennan. And it doesn't make me feel better that somebody else is doing bad. It just gives me perspective. When people are like, hey man, fucking couple weeks ago, my brother fucking crashed his motorcycle and blah, blah, blah. And, I just
bip, 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 and blah, 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 blah.
Had this fucking happen and they put a lien on my truck and shit like that. And then you're like, damn, dude, I'm sorry, man. And then
No, the correct answer is what'd you do, loser? How are you so much of a loser that you're getting a lien on your truck, loser? What a loser.
You find yourself telling somebody else, I'm really sorry, man. If you need anything, let me know. And then you're like, oh, yeah, I guess I'm not, I'm not totally fucked, It's fine, though. We're going to pull this off.
I believe we can. Don't you? Don't you think we?
We're going to do so good.
We are going to beat this IRS thing together.
It is kind of funny, though. The only thing that terrifies me now is if I settle this deal with the fucking IRS and then Rumble doesn't renew our contract. Then I'm fucked.
So I think he's talking about Revenge of the Sis. Nightwave doesn't get shit. But he's worried now that Revenge of the Sis might not get picked up by Rumble. Again, how do I get a Rumble deal? Get me in touch. I'd love to take Mersh's place. Get me a Rumble deal. I'm fresh. I got what all the kids want with the buttons.
Good. Dan Snot bought a coffee, said, Happy Wednesday.
You're calling the CEO a pussy and saying you're going to get up in his face and make him flinch? It's like, okay. You said I could go down to the office and there's nobody down there at their headquarters who could beat me up. It's like, okay, then I guess they have to give you a contract?
Add arugula to the wheel. Let's see. Let's check some of these super chats.
It's funny because he told Aaron he'd teach him OBS and help him learn how to get chat on his screen, but he had to take the chat off his screen because his chat is like Aaron's chat. It's all just shit talkers. Oh, God. I love it. I really love it. It's so good. It's so funny when guys are like, I'm not like Aaron Imholte. It's like, you're worse. You're worse. He gets more viewers than you. He gets more money than you. You're in debt to the IRS. What are you talking about? Yeah, you're not Aaron Imholte. One day, maybe. Holy shit, Mersh. You're going to help him put chat on his screen? Help you. Help you put chat on your screen. How many cups of coffee is that, fag? A cup of coffee. Hey, buy me a cup of coffee. Thanks, feller. You like men to buy you cups of coffee? I like men to give me cash. Just give me cash. Cups of coffee? No. If there's any men in my chat room, you only give me money through straight up super tips. That's cash. Just like my grandma, you know? Play it smooth. I'll decide whether it's for coffee or not. By the way, nobody's ever seen Mersh drink a cup of coffee. It's more likely for a quarter of a handle of liquor. The cheapest liquor money can buy.
Of which there are none. Okay, that's fine. You know what? That's fine, guys. What did I do? What have I been doing all week, huh? Except battling the IRS and Spectrum Internet and the power company.
Battling them. All these guys are so dramatic. They're also obsessed with living like this crazy, stellar, cool, greater than you life. You know, like if you ask Mersh, he's a god around Vegas. He's got all the tips and tricks. He's Fonzie. He knows how to kick the slot machine just right to make it spit out hot dogs. You know, whatever the fuck it is. He wants you to think that. He's got the hookups and he's glim and glam and knows all the people to get the invites to the parties. Meanwhile, he's a obnoxious drunk. Every one of his teeth smells like carcinogens. He's vomiting on casino carpets on Christmas Day. He's a loser. He's a giant loser. But he's obsessed with you seeing him greater than. I never want you to see me as I'm just a schlubby idiot like you. I like to barbecue and play with my dog. I'm a Menards dad. We don't even have Menards here. That's what I am. All these guys are like, no, Vegas is my town. You see my Versace shirt? We did see it.
And everybody else battling life itself every day so I could do this show for you. But I see how it is, you fucking pieces of shit. I know what's going on.
I've been battling the IRS. I've been battling Rumble. Battle. You sure you're not just a fat loser? No. I've been involved in battles.
I know what the fuck's going on. I know how people like you operate. Let me add that to the tally. We're not really doing great tonight, guys. We're actually eating shit sandwiches is what we would call it as far as earnings tonight.
Same as Aaron. Again, I don't know what my earnings are tonight. It's so insane. And I couldn't imagine, like, if I looked it up, it might, I can't remember a particularly big donation tonight or anything, but we're not doing bad. I can't imagine going and looking it up and then like letting that wreck me. And then bringing it up to you like, guys, we are not doing well tonight. We are not doing well tonight. Just letting you, I don't want to alarm anybody, but the show's not doing well tonight.
But I did notice something I wanted to see real quick. Oh, Zen Rhino. Zen Rhino just sent me UFC picks. I don't care. I have no money to gamble. I have $0 to gamble. So, I'm not.
What is how you know someone's really good at gambling for 1,000, Alex? Like, Last week, he's like, I'm gambling $2,000 on women's tennis, and he lost it. This week, he's like, I don't have any money. I wonder why. If only we could draw a line between two of those things. You lost $2,000 gambling on women's tennis. You never run out of cigarettes and whiskey and cat piss. You know, another one of these guys who's like, help keep it going. It's like, what? What? The cat piss parade? The never-ending cartons of cigarettes? I mean, what? Keep what going? Maybe it's time we head on down to AutoZone and get a job.
A gambling mood.
I'm not in a gambling mood because I don't have any money. Ah! Ah! Like, these guys are 100% degens and they don't hear it.
$0 to gamble. So, I'm not in a gambling mood.
Why don't you go gamble? Look, I don't have any fucking money. So I'm not in a gambling mood. Maybe if I was rich and I had a shit ton of dollars, I'd be in a gambling mood. But right now I got no dollars, so's I'm not in a gambling mood. I'm not opposed to gamble on account of my wealth.
The Bengals fucked me.
The Bengals? It's always the Bengals. Jesus Christ. Walk like an Egyptian.
My tennis bet fucked me the next day.
My tennis bet. Again, I don't even know what to say. My tennis bet. Oh, yeah? Did Martina Navratilova slip? I don't even know. Like, I wouldn't even know where to... Your tennis bet.
Hey, I'll admit I took the rest of that rake back, and I was like, I'll play in the casino a little bit. The casino fucked me.
It's almost like they have an edge.
And then I got a bonus chip yesterday for
fuck yeah,
$25. No,
he loves a free play, dude. They let me gamble with a free bonus chip, so that was fun to lose immediately.
Was it 20? No, it was $10.
It was 10. I wished it was 25.
I got a $10 chip yesterday, and I played.
I ate it.
I think it was like a 10-cent game, and I did like 50 spins, and I got nothing, and I had $5 left, and I put $5 on a 7-way women's.
I mean, this is how you know you have a problem. If you're on your podcast telling us about your 10-cent spins on a slot machine, you better have about 40 minutes to live. You better be an old woman. Mersh is playing 10-cent slots. Hello? He's playing 10-cent slots. And then he's like, and I had $5 left. And I put it on a 7-way. Get help. Get help. What's that number you're going to call? Imagine this guy's alone. You know, he's just sitting there in no pants, in a fabric chair, just with an absolute skid mark racing stripe of shit covered in cat hair sticking to the fecal matter and the dried masturbatory ball goo that's just flaking off onto his chair and beneath his feet and getting stuck to his socks. Imagine how much dried cum is on Mersh's socks. A dime. He's gambling a dime, and he's coming to you telling you the story. He's gambling dimes. Fuck.
I think it was like a 10-cent game, and I did like 50 spins, and I got nothing, and I had $5 left, and I put $5 on a 7-way women's tennis.
Take it to a convenience store. At least you get gumballs.
Parlay for today. That if it paid out, it would have paid out like $45 for $5, and one white bitch lost to a Chinese bitch. I am not in the mood, Zen Rhino. All right, there's no way in fucking hell in my current situation with the IRS. Now we're wrapping this up. I'm broke. They just nailed me with my fucking $220 power bill last night. My phone bill.
$220 power bill. A $220. Again, if you're on your stream telling everybody about your phone bill, I mean, it's bad. It's bad. Not since Kate Meany have we seen somebody complain about stuff like this.
Bill auto paid. All my auto pays are hitting, and
Dude, all my auto pays are hitting.
Fucking getting murdered. I have no money to gamble. I appreciate.
Dude, I'm getting murdered. You know how your auto pays always hit around the 23rd? He's got his auto pay set up to go right when his YouTube money comes in or whatever. What's going on?
The UFC picks. I love doing UFC picks. But if I can't gamble
my electric bill's almost $600 in the summer. Grow up. Grow up. I wish I had a 220 power bill. That'd be pretty nice right about now.
And it makes me sad to talk about. I'm not even going to watch UFC tomorrow. It makes me sad.
I'm not even going to watch UFC tomorrow. Okay.
Unless somebody's showing up tonight and going, hey, Mersh, hey, here's $1,000 on Ko-Fi, or here's like $200 on Cash App or something.
I don't even know what Ko-Fi is. I assume it stands for co-finance. Ko-Fi? Is this a new cash trading thing for poors?
Wild shit. It ain't fucking happening, bro. Sorry.
Zen Rhino, you want to Venmo me some money so I can gamble?
But
you want to Cash App me? Why do poor people like Cash App? What's the difference between Cash App and Venmo? I've noticed it like lower tier, like poors and people without bank accounts and shit tend to gravitate towards Cash App, and like normals with jobs and money and stuff use Venmo. Is there a reason?
Maybe we'll look them over. Maybe if I get more drunk later, I won't be as sad, and then we can look at it. But right now, there's no money in that account, and I'm not putting money on that account. I got a few bucks in my account just to get me by for a little bit through this hurricane, and then we get paid for ROTC.
Who knows how much money this hurricane's going to want out of me? Shaking me down. Cash App is ghetto. Cash App is homosexual. I'm a Venmo bro. Venmo is public. No, but Cash is Square. So that's a public company too. I don't understand though, like why there really is like Delethean Gross type people use the Cash App.
In a week, and then I'll be flush again. Not even, because I have to back pay bills.
I have to back pay bills? So while this motherfucker's been screaming at me, he hasn't been paying his bills? Again, him and Aaron, every time they do this, do they understand how it undoes all their, macho, bravado, telling everybody how it is? Then it comes out that you don't pay your bills? Like, fuck, never mind.
So fuck that noise. But no,
am I insulting a bunch of people? Cash App is for blacks.
There's going to be no UFC bets. Unfortunately. Is it a good... fuck, now you got me tempted. Is it a good card? Now I'm turning into fucking... By the way, I finally watched Uncut Gems. That movie rules.
I finally watched Uncut Gems. Did that come out in 2019?
I know it's a cautionary tale, you know.
But it'd still be so cool if I could pull that off or knew a girl who could help.
I know it's meant to be an anti-gambling cautionary tale, but God damn it if it's not. Dude, that movie, if you have not, I took a long time to see Uncut Gems.
If you have not seen it, guys, if you have not seen Uncut Gems, dude, have you heard of this? Uncut Gems? We're going to get Matt to watch it if we hit the goal.
And I finally watched it. And that movie fucking rules, dude. That movie fucking rules. With Chop. All things considered. Compared to the other guy. I might complain and bitch and scream at people. Case just said gambling is back on the table. No, it is not. That is not gambling's back on the table money. That was, hey, cool, we're getting kind of close to where we need to be.
Sometimes he remembers to put that Cash App QR code up in the chat box.
No, that's awesome. That's fun. We're gonna maybe not fucking be totally broke during the hurricane. That's great.
I don't want to be caught during a hurricane without any money to buy merch. I survived the hurricane, t-shirts, Helene was here, etc., etc. When it comes down your street, you got to have your money ready or they won't sell you a shirt.
This is like, again, I'm still so broke. I have to sign an agreement with the IRS, with the Department of Treasury by no later than Friday afternoon. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. And the guy's like, yeah, just look it over and then let me know and blah, blah, blah. And he told me, he's like, my advice is you take the deal because it's, you know, he told me all the downsides to me not taking the deal. And they're numerous. And then the limited upside to not taking the deal. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's just take the deal is what he's saying. It's a good deal. He said it's a very good deal. It's a great deal. It's a tremendous deal. It's one of the greatest. I said, wow, what a great deal this is.
So he can tell us about the 10-cent slots, but he won't give us any of the number details about his IRS debt and this deal, but he wants to keep talking about the deal, but not really telling us anything about the deal.
So we're going to try to get that right. But yeah, I don't, I'm still a little nervous. Rich said, your begging is more palatable. Thank you. I like to think that we're all e-beggars here on the internet. It's just that Aaron really leaned into it and said, oh, that's what we are, so we just do that. And you go, well, no, you got to make them happy. You got to interact.
You got to interact, Aaron. You don't know anything about interacting. Speaking of interacting, here's somebody who knows a little about interacting with forces around her. Our friend and yours, Anna, from Glitter and Lazers. Have you heard of this? You heard of this fat thing? We haven't covered her in a while. Last time we saw her, she was getting special shoes made for her, the things beneath her calves. Learning how to walk, trying to fit into a bathroom on a boat, diving into the sea and killing untold numbers of fish. And this is a new video she put out called It's Worse Than I Thought. And I couldn't tell you what she's talking about, but I have a feeling it's serious. And she's going to cry a little bit.
Hi, my name's Anna, and if you're new here, I have a condition called lipedema.
If you're new here, I have a condition called lipedema and obesity and a million other.
And at the time of filming this, I am 5 days post-op my first lipedema removal surgery.
Listen to the shakiness in her voice, too. So this is very, very real.
Which I had on my outer thighs and upper hip shelf.
Upper hip shelf is not something you ever want to hear someone say about your body. Upper hip Shelf.
Removal surgery.
That implies there's a lower shelf. That's what's wild. If you think about it, you would just go, my fat shelf. But she's like, nah, which one? I'm like a filing cabinet over here. It's like an IKEA. You want a shelf?
Which I had on my outer thighs and upper hip shelf. I decided going through this journey that it was really important to document it. Not a lot of people know about my condition, and a lot of the information that's out there is frankly not accurate. So I wanted to try to provide insights and knowledge about my condition and also the process of treating it. So this kind of kicks off the second video in a series, the first being my actual announcement that I was going to have surgery, which you can watch here, where I talk about this condition and how it's affected my life and also the process of getting surgery. So today kind of kicks off, I think, a very exciting part of the journey, which was...
Her voice is so shaky. Like she, you know, again, I imagine this comes from eating everything.
A, selecting my surgeon, and B, preparing myself for an assessment of how much lipedema has affected my life. So first and foremost, about 2 months ago, maybe even longer than that, I'll be honest, my brain is really foggy post-surgery, so don't trust anything.
I got post-surgery brain. Same, girl.
It's I say because I'm not even sure if they're correct, but I think it was April I went. I think. I flew to LA and I saw several doctors about potentially having surgery.
Do you think medical students gather around her? Like, we're never going to get a chance to study a specimen like this again.
Cash App is for poor money.
Cash App is for poor money. We're never going to get a chance to look at a lady with this largesse again. Poke her with a stick, boys.
I had also done some research about doctors in my area in Texas. I ultimately decided again.
Oh, people want to see her nude. I kind of do too. I'd like to get a look at that upper shelf.
Still local doctors because some of them had
Did she ever take a shelfie?
BMI requirements, or they just did not.
Just a shelfie stick.
Have enough experience with advanced stage cases. I am a stage 4 patient, which we will talk about later what that actually means.
You have to stand on 4 stages to talk about it.
So I needed to find someone with a lot of experience in treating this condition. Okay, so I'm here in Los Angeles and I'm a little nervous right now because I'm going to my first appointment.
Why are you hiding in the curtains? Like Rachel, gonna jump out and shock Ross? Unagi.
With a lipedema removal specialist in Los Angeles.
We can see your fat beneath the feet beneath.
To see if I'm ready to start that process. From what I know and what I've seen, this process might take up to 2 years for me. And in talking with my other medical team members, they think that it's best for me and my health to start the process now. So I just got back from my doctor's appointment and
now I have to start my shift at Denny's or the Rainforest Cafe. What is this shirt? Fuck.
And I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm still really processing everything.
Is it one fat woman or is it just a giant psychedelic forest full of weird bugs?
Huh. Over the last 6 months, I've had a lot of trouble losing weight. My body's changed, but
cry.
I haven't lost weight, and I had started to really punish myself for it.
Oh no!
Calories further, working out more. It wasn't healthy.
Yes. We can tell. The minute you learned the news, you just started compulsively working out. Right.
And I saw my obesity doctor. And she was like, well, maybe we need to try a different medication. Maybe we need to do these things.
Maybe we need a new Gorilla Glue to keep your Apple Watch on.
And so we had proceeded down that path. And I still really haven't been having like tons of results, but we knew that it might take time. Today, meeting with the lipedema specialist, and I'm sorry, I'm like halfway between crying and not crying.
It'd be funny if his name was Philipedema.
All through this, so this is going to be a mess, but I'm going to have a lot of surgeries to get it removed.
The fat?
And I've kind of been lying to myself a little bit.
Why can't we just put her on a lathe and give her a spin?
About the pain that I experience on a day-to-day basis, so I've been trying to live through the pain, ignore the pain. I've, in a lot of ways, failed to acknowledge that pain. And when he was like prodding me to feel for the lipedema, because they do like
prodding,
full like feel you up to feel it inside your body. It just was in a lot of places, and I allowed myself to feel that hurt, and it just is like really exciting, but also
what is lipedema? They're feeling it in her body?
Really scary, and I feel like mad at myself for being so hard on myself.
Is this like pulp and orange juice? Is she getting chunks?
I feel a lot of things right now, and I had all these big plans the day it was going to go, and instead I'm going to just sit here with this because I feel like I'm mourning.
We thought you were going to jog with it.
Sad, and I guess I should feel happy because I know I'm not crazy, and it's not because I'm not working hard enough or I'm not eating right. But at the same time, this is going to be several years to resolve, and it's going to be very, very expensive. And
maybe you can take all the little chunks of lipedema they fish out of your horrible sack of a body and make keychains to sell to your fans. Want a piece of Anna's fat, defective body on a ring of metal?
There's a lot to take
metal
on, and well, there's a lot of hope at the end of the tunnel. It was more today than I thought. I guess
it was too much hope, really. I couldn't carry it all, and now I'm sore.
I just want to be at the end. I'm sick of going through it. I'm just really sick of going through it. And I think this is a thing that no one talks about when they talk about health, is that we love before and after pictures. We love seeing people before.
Okay, is this going to get any good? Are we going to get to see some Dema, or how does it work? Look at all this. I got to go. She says there's another video where you like learn about the Dema, her diagnosis of the Dema. Because most of them, I got to be honest, most of her, these videos are called I walked 2 miles for a bagel. Do we believe that? Would she be in this problem if she did? If she walked 2 miles for a bagel?
Help me on my journey. I've got two things to support me.
My journey. You guys are right. Journey, my path.
The first, sweet ass compression socks. The second, a dog that really also would like a bagel. So we are bagel buddies. We will pursue our journey together, and we will succeed.
So she's in New York City. She said she got to walk 2 miles to get a bagel. As if. I mean, there's bagels everywhere. Is this a special bagel?
Real talk, the compression socks are not that sexy, but I'm trying to convince myself.
Why can't you get a compression everything else? That's the question. Why stop at socks? Why don't we cinch all of it up?
They're stylish.
Maybe it is. Maybe if she took off her compression shorts, she'd flow into the streets.
What do you think?
Like a Macy's parade.
These super cool or just, not so great? They're striped. So we started our journey at the Westin Grand Central, which is on 42nd Street. We're either 2nd or 3rd. And we're going to Tompkins Square Bagels, which is in Tompkins Square.
Okay, that is, she's going to walk to Tompkins Square from 2nd or 3rd and 42nd.
Which is several long blocks and many long blocks down. I should know the exact address. I did not. But that's part of the adventure.
or part of the floor planning. Pick which one works better for you. So, yeah, that's where we're headed. But I Google Maps it.
Oh, look, she has a doodle. She has a gray doodle. She bringing this dog to New York? I don't think she lives in New York. And again, who's the camera person following her around? Look at this from afar, man. Wow. Oh, wow. Hello? Captain Planet, she's a hero. What kind of biscuits are you baking up in this oven? Jesus Christ. The poor dog. Just trying to stay out of falling distance radius. He knows she's going to trip. Compression socks. Oof.
This is Pershing. It's been here for freaking forever. But it's a good breakfast. This is salad breakfast. And we're right across from Grand Central. And since this walk is not about efficiency, let's go inside.
I came across a restaurant, so I'm going to eat.
Grand Central's just really pretty. And I'm like, you know what? We're here. And I want to see it. And I told myself I would do whatever the hell I wanted on this walk. So
I would eat whatever I want.
This is what I want to do. Grand Central is a train station, and it's old.
Grand Central is a train station, and it's old. Did you steal a Kamala Harris speech? What's going on?
And that's about all I know about Grand Central. Oh, it's also pretty. And,
Russia is a country, and it's a bigger country than another country called Ukraine. And they went into the Ukraine country, and that's bad.
I should know more. I'm not a historian. We're learning so much on this channel today. I mean, look at this. The best part is the view.
Whoa. I just... Why is she carrying her dog? Woo!
That's so cool. You should do it right in the center.
Oh, she's taking selfies with her dog in the middle of...
That guy doing a sweet photo shoot. I don't want to cramp his style.
There's so many influencers here doing shoots right now, so...
I love that. We take all the beautiful photos you want, sir.
See how these girls, they take these photos of their head and put them on all these dating apps, and then you go meet them, and it's like you have no idea the iceberg below the surface.
Okay, I'm done. Let's go.
Fat people are disgusting. You'll never catch me being fat.
I don't know if this company's still around, but if you ever see a truck like this, and it says Big Gay Ice Cream Truck on the side, you should go. And you should get the B. Arthur, because that's freaking delicious.
Nope, get the Salty Pimp. Don't listen to her at all. Get the Salty Pimp from Big Gay Al's Ice Cream and go literally go get it. Down on Christopher Street. Don't get it from a truck.
Man, I hope they survived the pandemic. You just never know.
By the way, how many times a day do people come up to her thinking she's an ice cream truck?
So John turned to me and he described these so accurately. They hype you up for 50 minutes, and then they do, it's like watching your nephew dance in his bedroom. They're like, look what I can do. But on the street. Now, occasionally you'll get a crew that's really good, but most of the time that's not the case. We're at the New York Public Library. Oh, Data wants to read.
Data wants to read.
We love an educated kid. Actually, I did not come here often when I lived here because prior to like recent times, it was very difficult to get a card here.
No, it wasn't. You could do it in an app. So stupid.
You had to live in the city.
Yeah, it's the New York City Public Library. I can't go get a Philadelphia library card either.
Like if you lived in Brooklyn or Queens, you couldn't get a card here. Now anybody can get a card here. And part of the reason they're doing that, and again,
I don't think that's true. I don't have a library card here, but I had one in New York. So I really don't think that's true.
This is at the top of my mind, so I might be wrong. But I believe it so people can have access to books that are banned in schools.
And they'll even like send books and shit between the libraries for you if it's at another library. So like they actually have a tube system under Manhattan to send books from library to library automatically.
Well, let me double fact check that. We'll put some text if I'm wrong. But I believe they've opened it up to like any student. It's kind of dope. Watching them is like, look what you can do. Look what I.
Whoa. She can't be doing that. She can't be. You got to get a permit.
It's kind of dope. Watching them is.
Watch her.
Like, look what you can do. Look what I can do.
Look what I can do. Look what I can do.
Who's gonna give me money? Now what?
Who's gonna give me money? It's like steel toe. Guys, I have a lot better moves I can do, but I'd like to get the gold out of the way.
Gotta hydrate. You know what else I do too? I'm just gonna do it because I think it's gonna help him.
No. She's pouring bottled water on her dog.
Cool him down?
To cool him down. Their coat keeps them cool. Their coat regulates their temperature, you stupid bitch. So now his skin can't breathe because you've wet it. I like, how are people allowed to have kids and dogs and like, what do you, yeah. Everybody walks around New York City pouring water on their dog. Totally.
Oh, keep you nice and cold.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves that.
Yeah, like we do it. Oh, God. Shook it all off on me.
Yeah. So she can get a breeze on her skin. It's not there. It doesn't work like. Oh my. Gabriel Archer says lipedema is a medical condition almost exclusively found in women and results in the enlargement of both legs due to deposits of fat under the skin. The fat on the rest of her is a medical mystery. Oh no.
When we were getting water for Data, one of the vendors' little kids, Chris, who is an absolute angel of a child, came over, pet Data, filled his water bottle. Then we told him that I was putting water on top of Data to keep him cool. And he's like, I want to help. So then he started pouring water all over.
Great.
His mom was like, Chris, no. I was like, it's okay.
I know that the only thing I would like worse than walking through New York City in the middle of the summer heat is walking through New York City in the middle of the summer heat wet.
He was just like, I love your dog. And then when we walked, he was like, no. Chris, you just made my whole life. You just made my whole life. You sweet angel being never change. Stay sweet and wholesome and kind for the rest of your life.
Who edits this? We're supposed to be able to make out what she's saying.
And I hope someday you get a dog.
She got enough cake back there for 2 birthdays.
One thing I forgot, it's really funny, is Chris was like, why are you wearing those socks? And I didn't know what to say, so I said I'm sick. And I was just discussing it with John, and I was like, that was such a terrible answer.
Why are you wearing those socks? I'm sick. That's a bad answer. You're right. I should tell them that I'm fat and I have a fat sickness.
I should have been like, because I'm a superhero, and these socks help me fight crime.
Yeah. And I'm in this hospital bed because I'm so strong. And I'm having fat removed from my legs because I am too brave.
That's what I should have said. But instead I said, because I'm sick, which is the saddest answer I could have given.
But the most accurate. The most accurate. Because you're not a superhero unless your super ability is housing carbs.
If you can think of a better answer, I'd love to know it down below. But for today, if anybody asks me again, why are you wearing those socks?
Imagine eating her out. Sorry. Imagine her eating out. That's what. Sorry about that.
That's what I'm going to say. This store.
She thinks it's a cannoli store where they just fire them into her gullet.
I don't need any of this. But there's a part of me that would just love a lot of this really weird stuff in my house. Like this gold ombre to pink dog statue. Like, who doesn't need one of those in their house?
Who doesn't need a gold French bulldog next to their real doodle dog?
Okay, so here's the thing that's really good about them. And I'm hoping today is a special day. Because if it's not, if I walk out this way and they don't have it, I'm going to be mad. But they rotate their cream cheeses a lot, so there's different
Imagine she sits on your face just the way you like it.
flavors all the time. I could write a whole thing about it, but
Her lipedema spilling into your ear canal.
there's one cream cheese.
Her warm clit cream cheese oozing down over your tongue.
There's one cream cheese that's superior to all others, and that's the Kalamata olive.
Her lumpy, barely wiped ass just making chili on your chin.
Cream cheese.
I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up.
Theirs in particular is, and I love that on a nice pumpernickel bagel.
Ah, a pumpernickel bagel.
I'm an old man at heart. So, you can get that combo at other places, but it's just not as good. It's just not as good.
I bet the black men have a field day with her.
Okay, so this is a place I've always wanted to go to that just conveniently was here. I didn't know it was, but then I saw it. And I thought they were closed for the day, but they're just opening for the day, so we can go.
Okay.
So we've been here like 30 to 40 minutes, and it's still not up and running. And their artist is running late.
We've been here 30 to 40 minutes and it's not up and running. So this 2-mile walk took hours and hours.
And I have a limited amount of capacity for standing and walking today. And I really want that bagel. So we might have to abandon this side quest. And a little bummed, but
I don't understand what it is.
it's okay. I'd rather have the bagel than this anyway. It's funny, right as I gave up hope, the artist showed up.
The artist?
Now we gotta wait like 10 minutes for the artist to make the creation. So, I'll be honest, I'm impatient and I'm tired of waiting, so this better be good.
Ugh. I better get a really good ball of diabetes. I had to wait for the artist to show up. The cotton candy artist. And it better be good. I've always wanted one of these. She said that. She said I've always wanted one of these. Tell me if you saw a 700-pound woman walking down the street in New York with a cotton candy unicorn, you wouldn't laugh your ass off with this big ass bitch waddling down, just eating candy, just like, I need sugar. The only thing funny would be if she was wheeling an IV of simple syrup. Like, fuck. It is kind of cool. Yeah, for a 4-year-old, for a 7-year-old. Not for a 30-year-old swamp-ass obese bitch who's having to have surgery. Look, if they have to crack you open Humpty Dumpty style to remove fat, no cotton candy today, okay, princess?
So cute. Okay, here we go.
Believe it or not, that looks like the original Daft Punk mask.
Whoa!
They always eat it so dainty, like, oh, I'm gonna have a little. Meanwhile, the camera goes off. Oh.
I mean, it tastes like cotton candy. It is really cool cotton candy.
It is cotton candy. It tastes like cotton candy. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Get the Pop Rocks. Because that's cotton candy on another level.
Okay. We've now got full Mersh shirt going on. This was totally clean a minute ago. Now it's just cat hair and unicorn seed.
Level.
Aww. She just noticed.
I just looked down.
People are going to think I'm a slob now. People are going to think I'm messy with food now.
Of course. I hope you were worth it.
I'm still going to eat the rest of it, but I'm mad.
You were. Okay, so this is...
Oh, no. She had to go wash it. Look how stretched out. Look how stretched out. Salvador Dali collar going on here. Your cleavage shouldn't have cleavage. Just boob number 1, boob number 2, lower boob number 2, and boob number 3. Nailed it.
Gotten worse. So I have an idea.
No! I thought you were going to take it off.
This. And since I cut all the...
You know, in New York City, it's legal to walk around topless. Any takers? People just start throwing money at her to cover her up. She should just get totally topless and hand out blue tack to people to stick money on her to cover up her.
This is what you learn as a messy person.
Watch the guy walking by her. Watch this man. This poor man. He's like, oh, God. I think this is Chris Cuomo. He's like, dear Jesus. Is she taking it off? Look at him. He's like, no. No. Dear fucking God.
What you learn.
And now he's literally go, ooh. Ooh. Oh, now he's making a visceral, disgusted face. Oh, he hates it.
Person. T-shirt. How will they know?
Right. Now you'll blend in with all the other buildings. muffin. Looks so natural, no one can tell. Just for men gel. If you have muffin socks, you shouldn't be muffin bottoming. That's bad. That's bad.
We took a little break because my feet were hurting. And I made the tough call that this walk meant that I couldn't go to a Broadway show because I'm going to crash real hard after this. This was really hard.
I made the tough call that I'm not going to a Broadway show after this. Yeah. I think the fire marshal probably made that call. No.
Which is like super embarrassing to say because like literally a month ago I ran a 5K.
No.
But part of going off all my anti-inflammatories and not being able to take Advil and
yeah, it's really inflammatory. If this is inflammation, it's very bad.
My body just rebelling against life is a lot more sitting and a lot slower pace, and I hate it.
Again, she's always been a gargantuan human. This idea that like this lipedema has really slowed me down. It's really slowed me down. I can't do any of the 5Ks I used to.
Absolutely hate it. I do not like it. So we took a little break, but now we have to get moving because the bagel place closes at 5 and it is 4 something.
And I need breakfast.
And we still have about a half a mile to walk. So we're going to go. We're going to get our bagel because that's what we came here to do. And if I walked all that...
How many bagel places do you think she's walked past? Holy shit. There's 900 around Grand Central.
...way and there was no bagel, I'd be so pissed. And I'm already mad at my body. I don't need to be doubly mad at myself for poor decision making. So off we go.
She hit the quad this morning. She's definitely gonna get an everything bagel, right? She walks into the store, she's like, hi. And they're like, can we help you? And she's like, everything, please. And she's like, and they're like, an everything bagel? And she's like, no, everything.
Can't see it. It says portal is asleep. It'll be back up at 8 a.m. So I guess I can't flash the portal. Guess what we freaking are? Bagels.
Okay, now imagine you're this lady inside and you're just enjoying your day. I guess that's a dude. Imagine you're that dude and you're looking out and you just see this.
Guess what we freaking
Watch this body wave she does.
are? Bagels. We freaking are? Bagels.
It's muffin tops all the way down.
There's muffin tops all the way down.
It's muffin tops all the way down. It's muffin tops all the way down.
Oh, God.
It's muffin tops all the way down.
Imagine seeing that.
Guess what we
There's 2 dudes there.
freaking are? Bagels.
Like, what is this guy thinking right now?
Bagels. We freaking are? Bagels.
I can't stop watching it.
Guess what we freaking are? Bagels.
She tried to do like the like a body wave, but she's so fat it doesn't wave.
Guess what we freaking are?
Bagels. She sounds like she looks.
You know this? I really thought this was a good idea. I don't know if it was a good idea now. That's where I'm at. I don't know if I made the right choice. But
She walked all the way to Pratt.
I'm getting 2 bagels. I'm doubling down. Don't have Kalamata cream cheese.
They don't have Kalamata cream cheese. Kalamata about it.
Okay. I'm just gonna have to branch out and try something new.
Like being thin.
Now that I have the bagel in hand, I just want to be home. I want to eat my bagel in bed in peace. So we're gonna get a cab, we're gonna go to the hotel, and then I'm gonna put my feet up and eat my bagel.
Now she's gonna drive her bagel all the way back to Midtown.
Like the queen I am. No, like seriously, I earned this, and I want to devour it in the sanctity of my hotel room. Just looked at my Apple Watch, and this 2-mile walk, what I thought was a 2-mile walk, became a 3-mile walk.
You said you started on 42nd, you're on 19th. So no? No? Liar?
Which is fine. Normally that would be fine. But right now, I'm fragile.
Normally I do 3 miles in my sleep. Normally 3 miles, just some light cardio before a snack.
This was at 1 when we left, and now it's at 4.27. So 3.27 miles is what we cleared to come down here and get a bagel. And that's why I'm exhausted. I got home. I immediately put on my pajamas, and I was so
they gave me the wrong cream cheese. We got to go back.
So excited because I opened my bagel, and I'm like, I can't wait to eat my pumpernickel bagel because it's my favorite thing, like pumpernickel. Like, I'm an old man at heart, and you know what? It's not pumpernickel.
Why wouldn't you look? You deserve everything that happens to you, you fat bitch.
They messed it up. It's not even the right bagel.
Yeah, you already said that.
It's not even the right cream cheese.
She's acting like she's not going to eat it.
It's oat. It's an oat bagel with... I'm not exactly...
Well, mares eat oats, and does eat oats, and little lambs eat ivy.
Sure, I think it's veggie cream cheese. So, like...
Ew. Are you trying to kill me?
Somebody else probably has my order. This is probably somebody else's bagel. Well...
So I ordered a bunch of McNuggets from Uber Eats. Live and learn.
What a way to end this video.
Oh, I kind of want a McNugget now. Do they still make McNuggets?
I walked 2 damn miles.
I mean, what kind of bagel place are you not watching them make your bagel and wrap it up and...
In pain for a bagel.
I almost didn't eat today. I might die.
Didn't even get the right bagel.
Are you going to cry? My lipedema's leaking.
I don't think you guys know how hard that was for me.
It was so hard for me to go get a bagel. It was so hard for me to get a bagel.
And I'm like, I don't know whether to cry or laugh. Because... God, sometimes you just can't win.
I know, right, guys? Is this the funniest thing? Guys, this is the funniest thing that's ever happened from a bagel trip.
Sometimes you just can't win.
unless it's in a all you can weigh contest. Holy shit. All you can weigh.
Well, I walked 2 miles for a bagel, and I guess I didn't get it.
Thought it was 3.
Well, I'm going to go figure out what this is. I'm afraid because I literally don't know what cream cheese it is. And
I'm going to go figure out what it is. I'm going to go take this to the lab. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Like, I don't want to try it on camera because I don't know what it is. Straight up. I don't know what this person ordered that I got. So, I'm just going to go and...
There's cream cheese literally stuck on her face. She's like, I'm not going to eat this, but she's clearly been eating it. She done been eating it.
Make peace with this. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And
yeah, we will, man. Sorry about this mix-up. Could have happened to anybody.
In 1 week, I am having surgery to address my lipedema.
Finally, she's addressing it.
I am trying to smile through it, and I am trying to live through it. But
okay, calm down. It's not like you got the wrong bagel.
I am crying a lot. I can't help feeling like a failure.
Again, like, it depends on the way, perspective's everything. If you were trying to set the high score on a scale, you nailed it.
And I know sharing this, I am going to get shredded online. I know that is...
First of all, there isn't a shredder big enough.
What so many people are going to do. I'm not the problem. The condition is the problem.
I've taken care of myself in an exemplary manner my entire life. Nobody deserves this.
And that's hard because, like, as a bigger body, you're just gaslit your whole life to feel like you're the problem.
It's not gaslit, bitch. You are the problem. On an airplane, on a boat, in a hallway, in a tiny bathroom, a phone booth, streets in Europe, anywhere. Diving in a cave.
But on one hand, people are telling you it is all your fault, and you are the problem, and you are making choices.
And on the other hand, I have a cake pop on every finger.
That led you to this. And on the other hand, you have a community of people who are telling you, you were just meant to be big, don't do anything about it. And guess what? Both of those are wrong.
Tommy want wingy.
My only regret at this point, especially after getting everyone kind of telling me that, I'm stage 4, which is like the worst.
That means at any moment I could be strung up in a tree and hit by children and candy could come out of me like a piñata.
You are not a failure if you seek treatment. You are not a failure if you accept your condition. You are not a failure if you want to stop the pain.
Only you can make this go away.
What do you get when you guzzle down sweets?
There is always going to be someone that wants me to be a villain.
A villain?
But I don't need to be that villain in my life anymore. I don't need to be the person that's mean to me anymore.
I mean, haven't you done enough?
I don't need to be that.
I'm kicking my ass.
In 1 week, I am having surgery to address my lipedema. And I felt like I needed to come and just explain why and how I got to this point. About 2 years ago, I started talking about my health journey.
Sure.
And in the beginning, I was really open about everything going on. But as time went on, there was just so much criticism, and it affected my mental health, and I also was afraid that I would start making decisions based on what people thought of me versus what was actually best for me.
I'm hungry.
So I decided at that point to pull back and to allow myself the time to make the right decisions, and that with the intention of maybe not ever sharing it.
I don't like
but
the
now
look of
I
it.
feel a responsibility to share it because I genuinely feel like I dealt with my condition too late, and I can be honest about that, and I am working on not punishing myself for that because I think it's an unfair
My friends told me years ago I should have got a belt sander. Taking care of it.
thing to punish myself for, but it's something I deeply feel right now. Therapy is great, I'll get through it, but right now I'm not.
A literal belt that sands you. So every time you walk, it's grinding off some of your fat.
And if I can help somebody else get the treatment and care they need and figure out how to do that, I want to be that person because I don't want anyone else to go through what I'm going through right now. So I have lost about 100 pounds.
And how many friends?
And in January, I stopped losing weight. I was taking Wegovy. I know I've never talked about my medication before, but it is important to the story. So I'm going to talk about it here, and I'm not endorsing anything.
You're not supposed to be drinking Ozempic.
Go see your doctor for any medical treatment. It's just important to the storyline. So I've been on the Wegovy for about, I'm going to say 8 months, and I just stopped losing weight. And
I've been banking with Wachovia for 8 months.
I was keeping around an 1,800 to 2,000 calorie diet, and I was training for my 5K. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below just so you can get an idea of like what I was doing.
Training for a 5K.
And that was weird. That was unusual. And I was tracking.
Think how the road felt.
Just like everything according to what I needed to be my best and healthiest self. And so it was very frustrating. So my doctor was like, well, maybe we'll try a different medication. Zepbound goes up higher in its dosages. Maybe you just need a higher dosage. We went on Zepbound, and by we, I mean I went on Zepbound. Nobody else joined me. It wasn't like a collective, but I ended up having a really bad allergic reaction, and it also made me hungry versus stabilizing my appetite, so it was not good for me. And I also started to have...
She's been doing this like jogging, fitness, eating right thing for years. She never loses a pound. She never loses 1 fucking pound. It's like, say whatever you want. Let's go back. A year ago. Big news.
Hey, everybody. It has been a while since you've...
Okay, never mind. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I can't even tell if it's the lighting or not.
Seen my shining face.
If we pause it and stare at her blouse long enough, is it like one of those magic eyes? It's supposed to be a sailboat?
I have been so sick. I started with the flu, then I got COVID on top of the flu, which was just great.
Get a load of that lipedema.
And then that left me with pneumonia.
Yeah, she's a lot bigger here.
And basically, I just spent most of the holiday season and the first part of this year.
But it's not like she's lost her. You know, when you're that big, you can lose weight fast. You can lose like 100 pounds in 3 months. It's not pouring off her. Let's not act like.
Sleeping, which was in a lot of ways great because it gave me a lot of time to think.
It's a schooner.
Now, before I jump into all the thinking I did, I want to just
No, idiot. It's a sailboat.
That my voice is a little scratchy. And it's going to be scratchy for a little while. I
don't like her, but I want to start keeping up with her more. She's great. She's one of my favorites. Aaron, to end, by the way, the Sweet Tangos are back. They're back. They're in my store. I picked some up. They're in my house now. The Sweet Tangos are back. And stop eating the Cosmic Crisp. The Sweet Tangos are back. Check your grocer's freezer. The Sweet Tangos are back. The Sweet Tangos are back. The Sweet Tangos are back.
Can you be as condescending and very mean to Anthony Cumia talking shit about you for a bit? I mean, the balls on that has-been trying to enter this sector is appalling. Teach him a lesson, please.
So, if you don't know, Aaron models his whole ideal radio show around Cumia. He wishes nothing more than to have a show tomorrow that is like Anthony Cumia in 2007. That's what he wants. This guy's his hero. Anthony Cumia went on Pat Dixon's show Tuesday night and made fun of Aaron Imholte. So now Aaron Imholte has to do the thing where he's like, I don't even really care. Cumia's sad. I don't even really.
Well, here's the thing with Anthony. I read the comments on Anthony's thing. First of all, when you have to go on Pat Dixon's show to be heard trying to talk shit about me, that's bad. So that's almost too pathetic to comment on.
That guy has a bad history with women. That's what Ray said. Don't worry, Pat. He's not mad.
But look, it's no secret. It's not been a good year for Anthony. He's burned some bridges by the way he handled that compound thing.
He has?
I will say this about Anthony, and I felt this way about Anthony when it comes to, like, you know, Anthony never had us on compound. When people say Anthony had you on compound, Anthony didn't give a fuck about what happened on
Yeah, he doesn't know your name.
Compound. E-Rock had us on compound. E-Rock was a booster of ours.
Yeah, we know. He rocked the guy with impeccable taste when it comes to talent.
And, you know, what happened to E-Rock after Gavin said, I'll come in and I'll fix all the money problems?
By the way, I have no sympathy for Garrett, Steve, E-Rock, all those guys. They let it rot. You let it rot. You wasted it. The boss let you kind of do whatever the fuck you want, so you let it. You allowed your laziness to ruin that place. You did that. You thought you keep sucking at his teat forever. They just keep writing checks while you run his company into the ground. You guys did all that. And I called it out a year and a half ago. No one's paying attention. When we found that website, when we started paying attention to Compound Media, we pointed out shit no one else pointed out. The top of the website was like brand new shows for 2022. This is mid 2023. Brand new shows for 2022. And then there was a link to the YouTube channel. It went to just some guy's YouTube channel and his vacation photos. Nothing to do with Compound Media. That was on the top banner. Click here to go to our YouTube page. Couple that with a million other fucking errors we found that were so embarrassing. We called them all out and then they all got fixed immediately. They fell asleep over there. They deserve everything that happens to them. Burn bridges. He cut checks and paid for you for months while you wrecked his company. Burn bridges. Cumia owes you nothing. You fucked him, not the other way around.
Jam with compound. Boom, everyone was out the door. The minute Anthony could, the minute anyone else offered to be the bad guy, Anthony did what he always wanted to do. Cut all the dead weight, get rid of all these people that were costing him, by his own admission, $50,000 out of his own pocket every quarter. He just...
Look at this. Different day. Different shirt. What? He can't stop itching.
Anthony did what he always wanted to do. Cut all the dead weight, get rid of all these people that were costing him by his...
Look at this. I've never seen this one before in my life. Watch this in between the knuckle rub.
Own admission.
Look at that.
$50,000 out of his own pocket every quarter.
You ever seen anything like that?
Quarter. He costing him, by his own admission, $50,000 out of his own pocket every quarter. He just him, by his own admission, $50,000.
What itches in between these two knuckles that you have to...
$1,000 out of his own pocket
Very weird.
Every quarter. He's so afflicted. He's
picking skin off his hands and stuff a lot. This is why people think he's on drugs for real. He's like picking at himself a lot.
So incapable of being the bad guy. And I don't know why. I mean, the guy's probably pled to more crimes than I have.
First of all, sick own. The guy's probably pled to more crimes than I have. Got him.
So I don't know why he's got, I mean, he'll fucking bite a woman. He'll fucking beat a woman and get convicted of it.
Oh, his fingers have some sort of vaginal infection from SlamPigs'
Hot Pockets.
And but he won't fire a few people. Anthony, bite less, fire more. Your career would be in good shape. You wouldn't.
Again, when was this biting thing? 10 years ago? The guy's like, I mean, move on. This is like irrelevant. It's like you bringing up the red bar. It's like, this is how far back you got to go?
Wouldn't have to go on Pat Dixon's show. You don't want to go on Pat Dixon's show.
I think he does want to go on Pat Dixon's show, and that's why he's on it. Here's the thing. What other incentive does he have? Money from Pat Dixon's show? No. Exposure on Pat Dixon's show on Rumble? No. I'd argue it's only friendship. I'd argue that it's only because they like each other and wanted to joke around. He did it as a favor to his friend. So you don't want to go on Pat's show. No, I think he did. I think they're actually friends. I think that's the only explanation. Why else?
Be in good shape. You wouldn't have to go on Pat Dixon's show. You don't want to go on Pat Dixon's show. No, but Pat Dixon doesn't want to be on Pat Dixon's show.
That's true. Sometimes he doesn't say anything for 3 minutes. I'm like, Pat.
So if you would bite less and fire more, hell, we might be listening to you on Sirius XM right now.
Again, Anthony Cumia bit one person. You're about to have 3 restraining orders from 3 different women who you claim were the love of your life. Don't worry about Anthony Cumia's recidivism rate. I'd look into yours. I'd look into your repeat offenses. That's what I'd look into.
You'd have to work with Opie, but let's weigh and
listen to this. Here's how you know. I like it when it's not about me, so people can go like, "Oh, Melton, you know you're the loser that he says you are. That's why you have to fight it." Let's hear an objective one about somebody else. Here's how you know Aaron Imholte is in full goober panic cope mode. Listen to this.
Anthony versus Opie. I think Opie won.
What? Like what? I think Anthony could go back and get a radio job tomorrow if he wanted. Opie could not. Opie can't find 2 fans to rub together. Anthony could start a new podcast network, open a comedy club, kind of whatever he wants. Just chill and do friends podcasts. Opie won? Opie doesn't know what he is. Opie doesn't know what he was to the Opie and Anthony show. This is pure cope from a guy who has to lie to discredit a guy who's putting him down. His hero. Remember that. Wow, this is crazy.
Into you on Sirius XM right now. And you'd have to work with Opie, but let's weigh Anthony versus Opie. I think Opie won. Opie's a happy guy with a shitload of money who's not.
Opie's a happy guy. Again, this is like Aaron telling you he's a happy guy. No, everything's great. My life is great.
Not throwing 50 grand a quarter into a failed endeavor.
But that means he has money, right? If he's doing that without worrying, that also means he has money, no? Opie's doing a show drinking beer with 2 guys in a bar where nobody watches it, and Jim Stansel comes and hangs out. Opie won? Everybody involved with the show says Opie was an asshole, and they don't talk to him anymore. Opie won. Same way with your show. Everyone's on April's side. Everybody wants to talk to April. Everybody takes April's side. Everybody thinks you're a loser piece of shit. Did you win? Yeah, I think that's what you're alluding to here, right? The guy who thinks you're a loser actually is the loser. You and Opie won, right? That's what you're trying to say, right?
I mean, Jim Norton still gainfully employed?
Anthony is very happy. Yeah, I mean, I just saw Anthony at DabbleCon. He's fine. He's fine. Everyone was laughing and having fun. No one was worried about money or unemployed.
Anthony needed his buddy Gavin to come by and save him. And
save him. Anthony was out of money. He needed Gavin to come save him.
Kind of seems like Anthony either threw everybody under the bus afterwards or just abandoned them and ignored them and kind of ghosted them.
Now, remember when Aaron needed to make Gino look like shit, Anthony was a hero. Look, man, you got tossed aside by Anthony because, like, he knows that you're not successful, and he was trying to run a good network because Anthony's a good guy, trying to do right by people, just doing what Anthony does, you know, good guy, great dude. But, Gino, you suck, so he cut you loose. Now he needs to make Anthony look bad. So he's like, Anthony, like, look, Greg walked, okay? You got to get over it. They didn't think you were funny anymore, so they let you go. Sorry, Anthony, you're the loser. It's like, it's all convenience for him, you know? While he rubs his face. Again, I told you about this finger and the hand on the face.
The bus afterwards.
Watch how unnatural it is. Watch when he puts his finger and his hand on his face, how unnatural it is. Like, it'd be like I just start talking while I do that. You'd be like, you got a toothache? No, I just do this when I'm coping. I just do this when I'm having a real hard time.
Or just abandoned them and ignored them and kind of ghosted them. Like Gino. By the way, the title of today's episode, I Forgive Gino. People were in the chat before the show started and they were going, oh, that's terrible. Oh, man, don't forgive that piece of shit. Guys, it's a joke.
Of course I don't forgive Gino. We all remember what he did to me. Wait, what?
It's remember Gino did the thing where he said, you know, I forgive Aaron and Kevin and Matt and myself. We were all like, forgive me for what? I didn't do anything to you.
Aaron thinks he didn't do anything to Gino.
What do you forgive me for? I forgive Aaron for my fiance making me kick him out of our wedding.
He still thinks April was the tag along and he was invited to be in the wedding. He really believes that. No, like they just invited April because she was with me. When they both come out and said it was the opposite. They wanted April to be in the wedding because she's pretty and nice, and you were coming too, so I guess you can stand there in a suit.
Because she believed a hustler and a pig liar. I mean, is that what you forgive me for? Oh, and that, like, it's funny that everything I said about her turned out to be true. And then when she showed herself to be that thing, they all kind of just like turned on me about it. It's like, guys.
So now this was about Anthony Cumia, but now he's off on Kiki because he's all in his feels again and he's hurting. So now he's refighting that battle again, even though.
I've been warning you about these people forever and ever. And then they show
Cumia
themselves to you. And then you look back at me and you go, what the f-? And I go, I said so. But they use people to get what they. Right. That's what I said. I just wanted to give you guys a few $100 every week for doing my show. I didn't.
But you didn't. And you didn't pay Keanu for all her shows. We caught you. They had to beg you for money. They had to start dodging you for the next show to get you to pay for the last show. Why don't you acknowledge any of this?
Even ask you to hate the people I hated. I honestly, what I always told Keanu was, talk to him. You'll see. And then guess what? They started talking to him again, and guess what? They saw. Oh, my God.
Did they? Again, I haven't heard an update. Keanu said she's talking to her friend April, and she's happy about that, and she's going to keep it all private from now on. And then Aaron runs with that and says, like, see? They know they're crazy and I'm right. Is that what's happening?
So, I mean, forgive me. Cool. For what? I thought about this today. I'm sending him a couple $100 as a wedding gift. Would that be?
You won't. You don't have it. You're putting lawyers on your credit card. You're committing felonies faster than you can afford them. You're not going to give any money to kids. You're not going to give any money to Gino and Kiki. You don't have any money.
Would that be?
Speaking of money, hit the like button, huh? Join the Overdose. Pick up a shirt from our store, nobodylikesonions.com/store. Support the program, huh? Hit that like.
For taste. But yeah, JT10, I don't know if you got your money's worth on the Anthony thing. I don't feel any heat from Anthony Cumia coming after me. It's just.
No one's coming after you, nerds. You and Chad are the biggest pussies on earth. Someone talks about you and you go, yeah, they're coming after me. They're trying to take me down. No one's scared of you, Melton. Why would you be scared? I'm just talking about how you're a fucking fool. We're just talking about how you're a fucking loser idiot. No one's threatening you. There's no reason to be scared. We're talking about how you're a fucking jabron. That's it. Yeah, nobody's scared of you, Melton. Right.
He knows that I attract numbers. And when you're in compound censored, you're in a bubble and you're not attracting any numbers. You just have what you have. And don't get me wrong, it would take a long time for that fan base to completely go away. But it's aging out, and it's only going to go in the stagnant or down direction. It's not going to get.
Aaron, take a look at any chart on any site that measures any metric you have and tell me about down directions.
Bigger. I mean, Gavin's been
He's scratching his hand again.
Canceled from everything. They're not going to let him on to
What's going on with his itching?
Promote his shit. You don't have any stroke anymore. Those days are done. I respect what you did, but I don't owe anything.
Oh God! Imagine what could you even do for anybody, Aaron? What if you owed me? What would you even do? You don't have any money. You don't have any skill. You don't have any talent. You've forgotten how to do even a Midwestern cornball radio program. You're lost. It's gone. There's nothing remotely even around that you could help somebody with. If we did feel like there was some deficit of something you could provide. But I don't think that's true. 1 p.m. tomorrow. I'm very excited. That's Friday, 1 p.m. Friday. The first episode of This Little Piggy on this channel. It's already created. The intro and the theme song Moody and I made are amazing, and you're gonna love them. I'm not gonna. I thought, I'll play him a little bit, get him excited for it. But I don't even want to really give it away, honestly. Maybe I'll play a little bit of the song, but I'm definitely not showing the thing until tomorrow. But this should get people pumped. This Little Piggy. It's going to be a big show. It's going to be a great, great show. Better not be AI. It is AI. But yeah, here we go. We'll play a little bit of it.
There's a show in town, it's going down. Every week we're back on solid ground. Steel toe slipping, but we're gripping. Got the tea to spill, it's always flipping. From April's script to Aaron's glee. Oh, this drama's just a spree. Polydrama, legal trauma, another win. Oh, that's the karma. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars.
right, so look, it's going to be great. Look, you know these AI songs. You know how they go. It's catchy. We've been singing it all day. We've been toe tapping it. And there's a whole video intro to go with it, and a second verse, and a bridge, and a, you know. Anyway, it'll grow on you. I promise. I've been singing it and toe tapping it all goddamn day. All goddamn day.
Hit the like button.
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 Play it for your dads. Is this 20 years ago? It could be. It could be. Why do you guys hate me so much? Why won't you love me? Why won't you ever care for me? I thought I did a good show. I thought it was a good show. I guess it wasn't. I guess you guys think it was shit. You didn't like my song. You didn't like my FATS. I thought we did a good show, but I guess we'll come back tomorrow. We'll try to do a new show. But I guess sometimes you try to do a good show. You try to get.
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. All the laughter that you dig, boy, if you listen to the show, boy. Patrick Melton faces have you stacking an low point. It's the low point, not the reason. The reason is fucking gold. Gonna make the taco pony party be a party of soul. To make you vandalize a van with a pedal sticker so bold the family probably get arrested before they get down the road. Or stupid motherfuckers just got NL loaned. Other radio shows are straight bitch mail prone. Talk shit on the onions that nobody like past. Have my homeboy lame.